What's up, everybody? And welcome back to Tino's Time Wrestling, guys. It's Sunday afternoon. We got no pay-per-view. We got no premium live event. But we're back here for another episode of the Retro Series. And we're still heading towards WrestleMania. And we're pumping out WrestleManias like left and right, guys. And tonight we're here to watch WrestleMania 25. It's the 25-year anniversary. And Vickie has some explaining to do. So, guys, we got a lot of stuff that's going to go down here tonight. So, before we introduce my guest here on today's episode, let me tell you the match card that we got going down here tonight at WrestleMania 25. If you guys do not remember, this was back in 2009. So, we still had a lot of the, superstars that we grew up watching. We have Chris Jericho, Y2J, taking on the Legends. He's taking on Roddy Piper, Jimmy Snuka, and Ricky, the Dragon Steamboat. We got JBL putting the IC title on the line against, congratulations to the first 2023 Hall of Fame inductee, my man Buica Rey Mysterio 619. We got the Money in the Bank ladder match. We got Brother Warfare. It's the Hardy Boys, Matt versus Jeff. We got the women. We got a match with Kelly, Melina. Is that Beth Phoenix, Michelle McCool, and I think that's right. I think that's I don't know. I think that's Maria. I can't see. The picture's not that great, guys. God, the thumbnails. I mean, the pictures that they do now is so much better. We got the first ever match between Undertaker and Shawn Michaels that will probably go down as one of the best ever matches in WWE history. We got the triple threat match between John Cena, Big Show, and Edge. And then we have, maybe it shouldn't have been the main event, but it was. It was the game Triple H taking on Randy Orton. So, guys, now that I went over the match card, let's not waste any more time and let me introduce my guest here today, because this is actually the first time he's been on the channel. This is the first time we've had somebody here on the Retro Series that actually went to the event. So, guys, let's welcome from World Elite Podcast, let's welcome my man Marcus to Tino's Time as he's here. And he's going to join us to watch this episode. And he's got a bunch of stories to tell us because he actually attended this event back when he was 19 years old. So I don't want to say all that, but man, it's crazy to think about how long that this WrestleMania has actually been. Like, I think about it and I'm like, damn, like I remember this one like so vividly, like everything about it. So, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing fantastic. It's about time I come on Tino's Time. This is a first, but I'm using this as a future reference if I come back. Finally, the mark has come back to Tino's Time.
I love it, man. I love it.
There we go. I even gave you a Chicago vibe. Look, I got the Blackhawks hat. I got the Chicago edition. Neon.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Tee.
We got. I got to try to support the Chicago team as much as I can. Oh, not looking forward to it. We'll see though. So, but this WrestleMania, you attended, and you sent me some pictures from the weekend and everything. We were looking at them before, so I'm going to show these pictures, and if you want to tell us the story and everything. And the first picture I have, are you sitting inside this Hell in a Cell?
Yes, they did you can tour the Hell in a Cell. They do these at Access. Like, if you're lucky, it'll either be a Hell in a Cell or Elimination Chamber. Since this was my first Access I've been to out of 3, I got to do this one. And you just go around the ring, but what you don't see in the far corner behind the camp, my brother took this picture, by the way. You did a meet and greet with Hornswoggle.
I love it.
And they didn't have the aprons. They didn't have the curtains under the apron because it was called Hornswoggle's House Tour inside Hell in a Cell, and they had like a little living room, kitchen set, bedroom set, all set up under the ring, like if Hornswoggle lived under the ring, because he would always come out under the ring. And Jesus Christ, that was me at 19 years old, freshman in college at LSU. Man. Listen, what the hell are those tennis shoes I'm wearing? Did I just go
I do that all the time. I'm like, what was I wearing back then? I was like, why did I think that was cool? And so you said WrestleMania Access. Man, taking a picture next to this giant WrestleMania Access sign. The only one that's ever been here was 22, obviously, and I was still so young I wasn't able to go. I would love to do this weekend. Is it worth it, like, doing the WrestleMania Access and doing everything that you did? Because I'm sure there's way more than obviously the 3 pictures you sent me that.
It's like absolutely worth it if you just like to walk around and look at stuff. Like there's a lot to do, but there's some stuff you can do that's overpriced. Like today now for meet and greets and stuff, it might cost from $40 to maybe $100 to meet the superstar or whatnot. Depends who's on that card. I just like to go look at stuff like I went to last year's Access, that new A&E show, Most Wanted
Legends?
Treasures.
Oh,
All the treasures they recovered were at Access, and you got to see them. And I took pictures of those.
that's really cool.
They had a section. Well, now it's called the Superstore. They had like ton loads of action figures, and they've had glass displays of like the Attitude Era Raw set with the action figures from the '90s, the WCW, all that. That's like if by some miracle I ever come talk WrestleMania 38, I'll show you a bunch of shit.
I mean, I'm thinking about finishing. I want to be able to do them all eventually. I figured I'd wait to do WrestleMania 38 at least maybe till next year because it's still a little fresh in our brains. But
this one I didn't do much, but
the what?
I didn't do much at this Access. We were only there for like 2 to 3 hours.
Gotcha. Okay.
I attended a Ric Flair Q&A. That was cool. I was the closest I got. I was from the barricade to the ring apron seeing Ric Flair. I got to see Jeff Hardy up close, getting everybody hyped up for the show. They threw a match during Access. It was, remember Jesse and Festus versus, I don't even remember who the tag team was. I don't know if it was like Mike Knox or something. But like when the match was over, they had some music playing. They rang the bell again, and Festus or Luke Gallows came out of his shell, and then he did some like bushwhacker type dance or something, trying to get the crowd laughing.
I'm trying to think because I remember, like I said, I remember watching this. I remember watching this WrestleMania at my house having a WrestleMania party, and I just it's just so crazy to think about that. And I'm trying to picture it. Like I just remember standing in my living room watching the pre-show, and I can't remember who the hell that is.
And I did this I did one of those little quiz manias, but you got to be so fast to hit that button if you know the answer. Because every question they asked, I knew the answer, but I did not hit that button so fast.
Bro, I bet there's somebody like hovering over in there. I bet. And bro, I've been to some wrestling events, and some people are like they don't even want to have a conversation with you. They're so serious. I'm like, damn. Okay.
Like I shit you not. There were one of the first questions was, which WrestleMania was it where Hulk Hogan body slammed? When they heard body slam, they slapped it. And they're like, WrestleMania. They didn't even let him finish the question.
Come on. You got to at least make it harder than that. Everybody's going to know that. But speaking of sitting up close, man, let's take a look at your seats for this WrestleMania. Because for a WrestleMania, those are pretty darn good seats. Oh, yeah. And I mean, obviously, it's maybe not on the floor in the front row. But I mean, I take those all day. And after you told me how much you paid for them, I was like, bro, I'd buy 20 seats.
Times were different in 2009. This was the 100 section. Of course, that's it was crazy. For 3 tickets. It was me, my brother, and his roommate at the time. We paid over $300-something for 3 tickets. Today, that's about a couple grand.
Yeah, bro,
almost $1,000.
You can't even walk inside for $300. They said go screw yourself.
Hell, I think the nosebleeds for this year's WrestleMania are starting at $300, $400, but that's California for you.
Gotta love it.
But this was kind of a makeup because, this was my first WrestleMania I've attended in my life, and it was only my second pay-per-view I've attended. And I also consider this as a makeup because, unfortunately, I was not there in Houston for WrestleMania 17, what people say the greatest WrestleMania of all time, and that was always the biggest disappointment. Was not being in the Astrodome for Rock Austin 2, TLC 2, and Undertaker Triple H, and all them other great matches they had at that 5-star pay-per-view. So always used this one as the makeup for not going to WrestleMania 17.
Yeah, and I think I think this WrestleMania is one of those that I think it's very good. And I think it's just one of those things that it's obviously it has the Taker and Shawn match. But I feel like sometimes that match is the one that people always remember. But there are still a few other good matches. I think again, we talked about, I think if Taker and Shawn would have main evented, I think it would have been a completely different. But we still had 2 matches after we were burnt out watching. I forgot how long that match went. So I guess we'll find out. So
I'm gonna guess it was about a 30-minute match.
yeah, it
The
was like
lead.
I remember it was like 30 plus minutes or something. We got Hassan in the building. I'm gonna catch up on the chat, and then we're gonna press play, guys. Got Jordan. What's up, Jordan? Jordan, yes, you are a moderator now. Got it. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Jordan. Everybody wish Jordan a happy birthday.
I was gonna happy birthday, Venusaur.
Whose birthday is it?
That guy you talk about who had the 3 Venusaurs as his profile picture.
That is that what's in the picture? I can't see. I'm so blind. I'd have to go like this, and I'm not trying to get so close.
This one says he's getting 2K. I get mine Friday. I finally upgraded my Xbox yesterday. I got the Series S, and I'm pre-ordering the deluxe edition. I want that Dr. Thugonomics cover with John Cena with the old school US title and the chain gang lock. That's the cover I want. And shout out to SCW.
I want the cover, but I want the Icon edition. So I just bought the Icon edition. I was like, that's whatever.
I want that deluxe cover. Hell, last year, I didn't really care what to get, but then I was like, you know what? They had a big ass sale on Microsoft. The Icon edition, the NWO cover was 60% off, so I freaking ordered the Icon edition and got the NWO version for like $69.99 instead of $139.99.
Gotta love it, bro. Gotta love it. And it's funny how they do that. They just gotta wait. We got Steve in the building. I think it's time to declare Tino as Mr. WrestleMania watch-alongs. I mean, if you guys want to keep giving me nicknames, I'm not gonna say no. We got Justin in the building. What's up, Justin? Happy day. What's up, man? Thanks for coming and hanging out. He was here for the WrestleMania 23. Appreciate you, man.
I'm gonna need to go back and check that out because that's the guy you need on your show when you talk nostalgia.
Everybody loved him. They were like, we wanted it to be Justin's time. We want Justin. But I was like, damn, guys. I was like, okay. I was like, hey.
Well, spoiler alert. On 316 Day, I'm dropping WrestleMania 14, and you're going to have him plus Justin Santos from Get Your Podcast joining Dylan and I. We record that tomorrow night, and we're going to drop it on 316 Day.
What is that Wednesday?
Right. Thursday. Today is March 12th, by the way.
But I don't even know what day it is anymore. I lose track. Happy birthday, Jordan.
Damn, you lost 1 hour of sleep and you don't know what the date is?
I don't even know what day it is. My days go by colors. Like Mondays are red, Fridays are blue, yellows.
I was waiting for you to say Fridays are blue for SmackDown.
Yeah, well, Friday. That's what I'm saying. Fridays are blue.
Tuesdays are yellow for NXT.
Yeah.
Wednesdays are black and gold for AEW.
Yeah.
Thursday is burgundy for Impact. Friday's blue for SmackDown. And
yo,
I don't know.
That's exactly how my days go. So
what you want to do for Saturday?
There's nothing on Saturdays unless there's a pay-per-view on. Usually Saturdays are the days I don't do anything, but I figured I'd do this series, give me something to do during WrestleMania season, because with football and baseball, not really, like, obviously it's not on right now. So
I hope you don't give me no hell when opening day comes, because our clubs play each other.
Oh, that's right. You're an Astros fan. Oh, I don't know, man.
I was at that game where the Astros won like 17-3 last June. Where that was like the greatest sixth inning of my life.
Shut up. No, it hurts. It hurts me. It hurt, bro. I get like thinking of anything that happened last year just gives me anxiety. Every game last year, I'm excited for baseball, but it's one of those things I can't get too excited, because if I get let down again, I'm just gonna be it's gonna be bad. They look good at spring training though, but we'll see. I'm definitely gonna miss Abreu. I'm gonna cry when they announce him on the Astros.
I was gonna say. I thought about you and Tim King.
I got 7 of his bobbleheads. I got 2 jerseys. I got to look at this man in all White Sox stuff, and then I got to look at him in the Astros.
So hey, if it makes you feel better, y'all swept us in the 2005 World Series.
I know that's the only thing I got, but I don't want to keep living in 05. I want to be living in 2023. Me and Tim, we going back to the ship, hopefully. Probably not. So I'm gonna press play for the show if you're gonna watch it with us.
Let's go.
And then let's go. We are at 12 seconds if everybody wants to join us. as he's talking about greatest WrestleMania moments, that's right. This was like, oh, I still can't believe how long this one really is. Like to think how long this one actually has been since it was out is kind of crazy to think about.
Just think if like this was I couldn't picture watching WrestleMania 35. That was maybe the longest WrestleMania I've ever watched in my life.
Was that Kofi Mania?
Yes,
Yeah.
that was a fucking 2-3 hour kickoff, and the rest of the show was five
Oh my
hours itself.
gosh. No, the Ultimate Thrill Ride was the worst. That was 5 hours and 37 minutes.
Oh, the 33, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
remember I
that's the last one I'm doing here. So it's not. I told the few people I joining me, they actually went to that show too. So I told them like we're gonna have to start a little earlier because we started any time past like 6. We'll be up till 1 o'clock.
I dozed off
Bro.
after Bray Wyatt lost the title to Randy Orton, and I didn't know how
Oh,
much I missed. When I woke up, I think they were just starting the SmackDown Women's title match.
oh my! Isn't that is it? Oh my! It just was so long. It just like oh my god. I remember it was literally like 11:30 and they just started the match before that. I think that was that match, and I'm like, dude, this ain't gonna end until like 12:30. I had a friend over. I'm like, this is ridiculous. That's why I like the 2 nights because at least I'd rather have 3 hours of wrestling and then not like have 12 matches in 6 hours.
Yeah, I mean, they were talking about they were trying to shorten the cards for this year's upcoming Mania and whatnot.
Yeah, I heard like 6 or 7 matches a night. I don't think that's a bad thing though.
That's what they did last year, but I mean, last year they did like I think it was 7 matches night one and 7 or 8 matches night two,
Yeah.
or it was opposite.
Yeah, it was something like that though. Last year's flowed very well.
But I like how this intro it was a little different. I like how they just like look like something backstage. They're just like talking, saying what was the greatest WrestleMania moment in the last 25 years, and some are saying different moments. I'm laughed if they'd all said the same shit. Like if you'd asked me that.
They probably told them they're like if you have the same you got. They probably each told them they probably were each to be able to pick off one off of a list.
If they'd have asked me that, if they'd have sat me down and said, "Hey, what you thought was the greatest moment in the last 25 years?" I'd have said one that no one mentioned in this video package, the TLC match from WrestleMania 17.
Yeah. Oh, that was so good.
One match I would have killed to be at.
Pussycat dolls.
Yeah. The way he fucking said the Pussycat Dolls, and I'm like, yeah, Nick Cole singing America the Beautiful. That'd been funny back then. They'd have did the New Day ho 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 chant because they did that for Baby Rexha when she sang America the Beautiful, and they did the same thing with the two girls that sang America the Beautiful for WrestleMania 34.
Oh, I know who you're talking. Oh. These people's names are like completely ghosting me. It's like I remember more about like the earlier ones than I do about the more recent ones.
She's a good singer.
Yeah, she is.
And that's one tradition I used to love they do where they would go back and show highlights of Tribute to the Troops while they did that. That was so cool.
Yeah, I don't know why they stopped it. Like
Tribute to the Troops was always pre-recorded. I get that. Like they would record it like right at the beginning of December, and then they would air it around Christmas time. But it got to the point where it's like the most babyface show of the year. It's like every babyface wins.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah, because you want to send the troops home happy. It's like, come on now.
And like kick off the set. Actually, I thought the set was a little too original, but I liked it. I I kept worrying about that big ass diamond star falling on the stage.
Oh my god! Right, literally, I would be sitting there just like waiting for it to fall. What was the one that was on fire? Wasn't there one on like fire? Was it last year? Like, was it WrestleMania last year that the sign came on was on fire, or the Royal Rumble or something like that?
The Royal Rumble of last year, after the Women's Rumble, the fireworks melted part of the sign, and it was tripping on the crowd.
That's what it was. Okay.
Plus, this was the first time actually National Guard sponsored this WrestleMania, which was the very first. And I always said this logo they were portraying Paramount. It looked like the Paramount logo with all the stars making the loop.
Yeah. There's so many things too. Like when I watch some of these back, and like the more and more I watch it, there's some things I think I saw, and then I realize I'm like I thought I saw it, but like I really didn't. Do you ever like watch this and like think about like when you were there and like how much different it is like being there and like watching it like just like on the network?
I mean, definitely no commentary. If you go to WWE shows, no commentary.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I
hit,
I kind of like that though. I like because then you have to pay attention a little bit more.
When they hit the ring, it sounds harder.
Oh, I was rewatching the build of this. It was supposed to be who was it was supposed to be? Did you see how it was supposed to be? Apparently, was it Vladimir Kozlov versus Taker?
Yeah, then they changed that, which I'm kind of glad they did.
Thank God.
The pyro that night was pretty cool, and I saw the whole pyro pretty good. It wasn't as loud. Like it was loud, but it wasn't loud where it knocked your eardrums out. But I was like, the pyro's cool, but it will not be as badass as WrestleMania 23's pyro.
No. We're starting off with Money in the Bank, guys.
I have mine on mute. I have mine on mute, by the way, because I got headphones on.
Oh, okay.
But I could sort of hear. You're probably like maybe 10 seconds ahead of me, which okay. I hopped another 10 seconds. So
can you hear? Can you hear it though?
I can hear some of it. Like I don't hear a lot of it.
Do you want me to turn it up?
Oh, you don't have to. I don't want you to get copyrighted or anything. But I remember when they used to do that too. Like the Money in the Bank briefcases, they put the WrestleMania logos on them.
See, and I always liked RVD's one that he made. I think that was the best design that they ever did. Like they even stopped doing that. You said you hated it?
No, I said I loved it. No, I said, oh hey, he looks familiar. Oh, that's right, he's in AEW.
He said, well, that's watching some of these pay-per-views, and I'm like, he's in AEW. He's in AEW. He's retired. He's not there. He's in AEW. I'm just like, like it's so crazy to think about how many people like that are actually there that have actually like left and like shit.
And it even too. It looked cooler with their Titantrons and everything going off in the background. But and this was my pick to win the Rumble. Win the Money in the Bank ladder match.
What, Henry?
CM Punk.
Oh, true.
Oh, you're ahead of me again.
Oh, am I?
All right, I hopped again. Now here's an interesting story about Mark Henry in this one. Oh, so if you see his tights, you know, he's got the big black singlet on. SHS on the right of his collar. That's his alma mater, Silsbee High School, which Silsbee, Texas is like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Houston. And it's outlined in his school colors, maroon and silver. He was a Silsbee Tiger. So he's paying homage to his high school alma mater with his singlet, the Silsbee Tigers.
It's funny because I've seen that so many times, and that's so funny. I never noticed that. Fun fact. Yeah.
I've seen his high school too. I mean, high school football in Texas is like a whole nother level of maybe on the same level as like Florida or California. But MVP.
Man, I love MVP. The fact that he's still doing something too is kind of crazy.
Oh yeah.
No. It's Hornswoggle.
Speaking of Tony Atlas, man, what was it? It was probably later that year. This was the final year before ECW closed its doors. Whenever he would do that horrible laugh with the Anthony Washington show, he just he high-fived Mickey Rourke.
Oh my god, make it the fact that they had Jericho fighting 3 legends at this WrestleMania too. Like as I'm watching this build and I'm like watching him do this, I'm like,
What
damn,
is
this is like crazy. Like
what is Finlay? Why does he have half a shoulder pad and the other half is like leather? Like looks like Jericho's leather jacket, and the other half it's like he took Jericho's leather jacket and a piece of the Road Warrior's shoulder pad.
Jericho's like, here's half of it for me. This man, though, we got to give this man some credit. He was in every Money in the Bank match at every WrestleMania. Shelton Benjamin, man, the GOAT.
Why have they not gave him a world title? That's what I'm figuring out.
That's what I want to know, why they didn't let this man win one. Like I'm still like Shelton was so good. I thought
I didn't like his blonde. I didn't like blonde hair.
Oh, the blonde hair was something different.
He was my backup pick. Like me, when it comes to like Royal Rumbles, Elimination Chambers, Money in the Bank, I always have a main winner and I have a backup winner. He was my backup, and that was his first WrestleMania. So I was hoping he would outshine himself.
Kofi?
Yeah. That would have been a great WrestleMania debut as well.
We got Christian.
That was maybe the loudest pop Christian probably ever got in his entire career.
You think so?
I remember it got loud because that was his first WrestleMania back since 2005. That's when he left to go to TNA.
That's right. I'm trying to put all these things together. Like, there's some things because I've watched all these WrestleManias, but there's so many Raw and SmackDowns I forgot that I try to put these things together. That while I've been watching the build to some of these, I'm like, oh, that's where this was at. Or I was like,
the biggest disappointment, no pyro for Kane. They just made the pyro sound effect, but no pyro.
Man, Kane should always have pyro. Like that.
My stupid ass plugged my ears for no reason, just in case it came out of nowhere.
He said I plugged him. Hey, it's better to be safe than sorry, right?
Because with him, you never knew when it was coming. Like, you know how many times I've had a jump scare, like I wasn't paying attention. I'm looking at what's going on in the ring, and then it just happens, and it scares the shit out of you. But that's what's supposed to happen. Now, one time I knew it was coming. I saw back in 20 years ago. People. I went to a Raw in 2003. This was actually the same night Kane hooked jumper cables to Shane's balls. When they were getting ready for Unforgiven 03, I was at that Raw. I saw on the stage, under the stage, some sirens were flashing. I'm like, Kane's about to come out. Watch. Yeah. That means get the hell out of the way. The fire's coming up. Yep. And sure enough, it happened. And that's the only time, one of probably 3 times, I didn't jump because I knew he was coming.
Bro, you gotta love it. Oh my god.
Kane just Kane and Mark Henry cleaning house, trying to lead the 2 big men. Probably the only WrestleMania to have blue ropes.
Yeah.
I was thinking it'd have been white or something. No, they went with the SmackDown color.
Yeah, that's a good point. Some of these signs, bro, back in the day were so funny. Like, I've been watching these, I'm like reading the signs, and it just like,
that was
some of these would not be allowed now.
And that was a holy shit moment when he jumped over the ladder like that. And then he did the boom drop on the ladder on top of Christian and Shelton.
Man.
Then he hurt his knee.
He said he hurt his knee. Ow.
He was still doing that fake Jamaican. All this time, we thought he was really Jamaican before.
Oh, bro, I thought he was for so long.
Everybody's like, no, I don't have a question. I got a problem. Aren't you supposed to be Jamaican or something? He said, I'm like, oh, shit.
Have you listened to the interview that he says on how, like, everything happened and everything?
That's a strong ladder. How it's got the strength to hold. That's damn near 700 pounds on that ladder with Kane and Mark Henry.
Do you remember the Money in the Bank match with Big Show, how he had to bring in that special giant ass ladder? I think it was the one John Cena won.
Yeah, because he stepped on one and one lung like snapped in half.
Like the whole thing like collapsed.
That was 2010, I think.
Yeah, it was like 10 or 11.
I think it was 10 because 2011 Big Show fought Mark Henry, and that's when Mark Henry adopted the Hall of Pain.
That's right. That rivalry with those two is probably like one of my
I hate,
favorites because it was like one like finally like those two kind like deserved it, and I was so happy for Mark Henry when he finally won it. It was one of those things like he was one of those guys like we watched for so long that finally got it, and after watching all that stuff he did with Mae Young, it's like damn, like thank God like he at least has that to remember.
Kane cleaning house again. Well, MVP in the corner. He's throwing ladders away like a rag doll. And we had a feeling it was going to kick off like this. Like, oh, first match is going to be the Money in the Bank ladder match. Watch, which it was an exciting way to kick it off. I wouldn't think of any other way to kick off this WrestleMania.
No, and I think that's like that's why they should keep it at WrestleMania, man. Like this match just meant so much more, and it was so much more meaningful than what it is now. And it just sucks that like they really just like got rid of it for no reason and made it a pay-per-view that like we just got burnt out. It was too many Money in the Bank matches.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm okay with it now. It's probably the only gimmick match with its own pay-per-view name I like. But like, I'm glad they dropped Hell in a Cell. I'm glad they Elimination Chamber. They should just rename No Way Out.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, because that's where it was happening before. Was No Way Out. There's no way out before you get to WrestleMania. It's that simple. Come on.
Plus, I mean, if you're in Germany, you can get away with calling your pay-per-view No Way Out because Germany is the only country where they don't use the pay-per-view name Elimination Chamber. They botch it with No Escape because of the whole gas chambers reliving the Holocaust days. I read about that because
I didn't. That's fun fact.
But that shows you that WWE don't give a crap about Germany. They don't ever really go to Germany. Oh, they did the Bella Twin move where they just dive through the middle rope and just shove people out the way. I was waiting for them to like go over the top rope like a somersault.
Oh, I mean, as long as it was,
this was a holy shit moment right here. Like when we saw Shelton climb to the top, we were like, "What the hell is he doing?" And then he did that freaking somersault off the top and cleaned out everybody.
And that's what I mean. Like, bro, Shelton is just so good. Like, the man just does not care, and he always performs in these matches.
That was the first holy shit chant of the night right there.
Oh, God. He's so high, bro. Like, I couldn't do it. He's so high up.
What's crazy, my brother's roommate at the time who came with us, that was his first ever WWE show was WrestleMania. He got to see all these guys for the first time. And now Mark Henry trying to climb up with Finlay with the freaking shillelagh. And then he kicked poor Tony Atlas.
Like how loud were those holy shit chants? Like those things.
Oh, Hornswoggle with the step ladder.
The step ladder. The step ladder is so great.
I like how he puts it in the center. Like, yeah, if you're the Big Show, you can use that step ladder to climb up and get it. Or
maybe the Big Show.
Oh, he's using it as a rumbling ram. He's standing on top of Mark Henry. He's gonna do his tadpole splash.
If I was Finlay at that time, I would have just stood on Mark Henry. Screw it. Instead of putting Hornswoggle there. It's so funny. I got a figure when I bought the figure. The guy sent me Hornswoggle, and he sent me that exact ladder. It's literally the exact same size. It's so funny. I don't know if it was like a WrestleMania figure that came with the ladder or whatever, but I was like, okay, sure. Not looking for the pot of gold.
He's like, it's too early to get a winner here.
Every time I watch this, I always see that guy with the Cavs jersey on behind in like
he was at 3 consecutive WrestleManias. He wore like, oh, nice move, Kofi. You just gave yourself bad luck. Oh, that caught him right in the freaking cranium.
He said it caught him right in the cranium.
Oh yeah, that guy in the front. He was in a Cavs jersey for that Mania. He was at WrestleMania 26 wearing John Morrison's fur coat, and then he was at WrestleMania 27 with an old school Atlanta Hawks jersey on with that because they were in Atlanta.
Oh, I'm gonna have to see that when I watch the next two.
That's like John Morrison's biggest and number one only supporter in the world.
Wow. I love John. You don't like Johnny Drip Drip?
Oh, hell no. I mean, I gave him a chance in 2010. I'm like, he looked like he could be WWE champion, but he didn't really get anywhere.
Yeah, no, he really didn't.
Miz kind of like buried his own partner. Miz got all the credit over Morrison.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he did.
Because, like, I remember when I was at TLC 2010 when he won that ladder match against Sheamus to be the number one contender. And I'm thinking, oh, Morrison's going to get a title shot at the Rumble, maybe. No. Ooh, Trouble in Paradise.
No,
He had it on Raw against The Miz, and Miz retained his title. And I was sitting at home, and I was playing the role of the angry Miz girl. But I used to love Miz. Don't ask how did I get on the Miz bandwagon. I jumped on it when he changed that theme song. I came to play by late 2009, early 2010. I was like a huge Miz fan. And when he won Money in the Bank, I thought that was one of the biggest things I saw since the Saints won the Super Bowl. And when he won the WWE title,
I feel like he was one of the first people that actually won it. That wasn't like a name that like he's one of those guys that won it. That like we were like he can't be can't be world champion.
Well, thank God Mark Henry caught him. He tried to climb up the ladder, and if he'd have fell right on it, Mark wouldn't have caught him.
Oh, those are those little things that like we don't think about, but like damn, like Mark could have like saved Kofi his ass.
Yeah, like he was holding it up and he was climbing it. We knew he wasn't going to get it. He was trying to create a moment, but he'd have fell right on his face if he wouldn't have caught him and hit the world's strongest.
He said, "Come here, fella." He said, "Come here."
No, I bought that Miz shirt when I went to the SmackDown before TLC in Houston. It was in our hometown. We went. I bought that "Hello, my name is" shirt where it says The Miz, like if it was a name tag shirt. Bought that, and then I wore it to TLC 2010 when he defeated Randy Orton in a tables match. I wore it to that TLC.
How many events you think you've been to, like in your lifetime?
Well, you talking about WWE, or you talking about every wrestling promotion I've ever saw?
WWE.
I went to my first WWE show in 2000. I went to a Raw.
Okay.
Since 2000, I've probably been to about 30 WWE shows, the most 30, maybe 40 in 20 years. In 23 years.
I mean, that's still good though. I mean, that's a lot.
I've been to like more Raws than you can say. I've been to like.
I bet.
I've been to like freaking 12 Raws. I've been to like 4 SmackDowns. I've been to a few house. I don't like to go to house shows, but they can be fun every so often. I've been to a couple house shows. I've been to about probably. This is not including NXT. I've probably been to like 8 or 9 This was the first pay-per-view, Vengeance Night of Champions in 2007, the night where Chris Benoit. We found out what happened with Chris Benoit. And he was replaced by Johnny freaking Nitro.
Me and Justin were talking about that, and it like I went back and I was looking at like the promo picture and everything, and like because I always forget like 2006, 7, and 8. I always get confused, and I was looking. I'm like, damn. I'm like, that's the one that it happened at. I didn't even realize like that was the one that everything happened at. Because I was so I think I was 11 at the time when everything happened with that. So like, and I was kind of a little like. Kind of behind everybody else, so I wasn't all there, so it took me a while to figure everything out, but that just like it's so crazy to think about.
If you ever watch it like on Peacock, I want to rewatch it. They botched the hell out of that part, because in reality what he said, and his opponent, the man who will be replacing Chris Benoit, and everyone started booing like, what the hell? If you watch it now, or if you watch it on DVD, Justin Roberts goes, and his opponent, Johnny Nitro. Then 10 seconds later, you hear the boos already. Like, they botched it because
like they trying to like act like we don't remember things.
Oh, he couldn't sunset flip him, but that was horrible.
That's right. Shelton's what did Vince do? Just tell Shelton to go out there and just do every possible crazy move in the book? This is like the 4th big ass move that he did in this match.
Yeah. This was actually he power bombed him on Tony Atlas and Mark Henry outside the ring. Now this was my second pay-per-view I've ever attended in my life, but that was I was lucky to attend 2 pay-per-views in 2009. I attended this, and then 2 months later I went to Extreme Rules. It was in New Orleans. not far from me, and I got to witness Jeff Hardy win the world title, beat Edge in a ladder match, and then sadly, Punk cashed in. And
that's right. That's right. We were talking about it because we
hated
did
CM
the
Punk.
Royal Rumble 2009.
I hated CM Punk since then, and it took a while for me to be a fan of him again. I hated him till about 2013 when he had the Hugh Jackman Wolverine look until he left. And then he looked like Logan or Wolverine. And then I had that look. I thought it was so cool. I kind of grew my hair a little more like his, and I did my beard like his.
He's like, hell yeah.
And I bought his shirt. I bought the Best in the World shirt, and I wore that. And then when he had a new shirt that came out in 2013, I bought that one. And then I went to a Raw in Austin, Texas, looking like CM Punk minus the sleeve tattoos. And and I'm an alcoholic because I drink.
Man,
Christian showing off with the ladders.
It's so it makes me so mad how often they come out with t-shirts. It's like by the time you finally get the t-shirt you want, they come out with a new one.
Bro, that would have been so funny if like someone divided the ladders. Christian had a leg on each ladder and he did like a split and broke his legs. That'd have been horrific.
At this moment I really thought Christian was gonna win it. I really did.
Yeah, and then here comes Kane, and I'd have been okay with Christian winning because Edge. Look where Edge got. I guess he's going for a choke slam. I think right here. He's like on one ladder.
I just too worried about Vickie right now.
Oh yeah, he did choke slam. That was the worst choke slam I ever seen off the top of a ladder.
Oh, and then CM Punk gets caught just like Chris Jericho did the year before.
See, another pay-per-view I didn't go to in 2001. I should have went. Royal Rumble 2001. It was in New Orleans.
Oh, you had oh my god. You had a chance to go to a lot of good ones.
That was the first time they ever went to New Orleans for pay-per-view, and then the second time was Extreme Rules, and I went to Extreme Rules. Yep, he drop kicked him off the ladder, and that's where he wins. I'm like, called it.
He said,
"What's my name?" Your name's Phil Brooks, buddy.
He said, "What's my name?" It's Phil Brooks. Boom.
The only back-to-back Money in the Bank winner, but would you consider? I mean, yeah, Edge had the briefcase twice, but he didn't win 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches. He just won that from Mr. Kennedy because they fired him.
Oh my god! Like I always think I talk about that. I'm just like, oh my god! And look at everyone; they're all just booing. They're just like, boo.
He was not even a heel right at that time. He was a Raw superstar, and he was a babyface. He was my pick. I was happy he won, but no, same thing with the Miz. Remember, Miz won the briefcase from Otis, which he didn't need to win that, but
no, he did not.
He said 2-time Money in the Bank ladder match. No, you're a Money in the Bank holder. You're a former winner, but you're a 2-time holder. Same thing with Edge. You didn't win 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches. Punk is the only one that did, and he won it back to back.
Yes, he did, and he might be the only one that ever does that, unless they have somebody else do it again. But I don't even know.
Damn, he called him right in the ear with that kick.
I think I don't know who I want to win it this year. I don't know.
It'll be a while. It's gonna be the fact it's gonna be in London is gonna be awesome. I'm so excited to watch.
It's gonna be sick.
That London crowd is
they're gonna go berserk.
They're gonna give us Clash at the Castle vibes. Like that crowd in Cardiff was amazing.
Oh my god! I know a few people from like YouTube and stuff that have podcasts and other channels and everything that went there, and like the atmosphere that they said that they saw there was just insane. And I just cannot even imagine. Like I went to Hell in the Cell last year, and I thought that was cool, but I could not imagine being like in Cardiff.
What made me laugh was they're showing downtown Houston like it's nighttime, but it was still daytime. That was a recording of Houston right there, like a pre-recording, maybe the night before. I'm like, dude, we looked at each other like, dude, we just saw the sun when we walked in.
Damn,
there's no way it's dark already.
How they try to get us. You see? They trying to get our asses. Have you seen this WrestleMania Access thing and like looked for you?
Oh, I've tried a few times, but I'm like, I don't ever remember a cameraman coming near me, so I was like, nope.
That would be so crazy. Like they'll just have like a little part in this, and you go back and watch it like 10 years later, and it's like, damn, it's like.
I still have all my ticket, but see, Access is like a 3-4 day event, so they may have done these like on the first 2 nights. It definitely wasn't the Sunday morning. That may have been like Thursday or Friday night.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's probably like the first couple days. They always.
They did it. They did it when they had like John Cena over there and Undertaker and guys like that.
We got Gitcho in the house. What's up, Gitcho?
What's
How you
up,
doing?
Justin Santos in the house? Yeah, he's gonna
Oh,
be
this
with
is
us.
Justin Santos. Okay, I didn't know that's what Gitcho's name was. Okay.
Yeah, he's Gitcho. He's gonna be like a Hornswoggle through the golf ball. Houston Chronicle, baby, best newspaper in Texas. Oh yeah,
Energy.
look, there's a Hell in a Cell. I was in there.
He's like, I was in there. I was there.
See, they had that little set right, and they had to create your entrance. I never did that before.
Did you point? Did you do the point?
No, they didn't have a WrestleMania sign over there to point at. But I wish I'd have did that from the past. But like, I have seen WrestleMania 24s, 26, 29s, 30 last year's and this year's, and the only time I ever pointed was at last year's when I went to Stand and Deliver. I took a picture pointing at the WrestleMania 38 sign from last year. I didn't do it at the Rumble. Oh crap! That Peacock actually shows Kid Rock's performance.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say I'm gonna skip over this because I'm sure I'd get copyright for every song that they play. So we're gonna go right to the women's battle royal, and we all know how that goes. I mean, if you want to, I love these songs. I just don't want to get at it.
I'm a huge Kid Rock fan.
I love Kid Rock. And I love the whole entire thing. And then like, it makes me so mad. These are the types of things.
I felt like it was a Super Bowl halftime show because he sang like 6 songs. He sung "Ball with the Ball." He sung
"So Hot,"
"Rock and Roll Jesus," "Cowboy," all summer long, and "Rock and Roll Jesus."
Yep.
I sung every song,
guys.
I sung. That was the first. And it's funny, like we're watching this battle royal, and not one time we realized that's Santina Morella right there. I bet people knew. The only people knew was the front row.
Like the fact that like every time I go back and I rewatch this now, I literally look for Santino right away, and as soon as I point him out, I'm like, how did these girls not realize that this was him? And it's just like I want to know how he stuck through.
You don't do nothing till the end when he eliminated Beth Phoenix. Like, it says they had Alicia Fox, the Bella Twins, Eve Torres, Gail Kim, Jackie Gata. I guess that's Miss Jackie.
Yeah.
Wow, she got black hair now. Jillian Hall, Joy Giovanni, Katie Lee Burchell, Kelly, Layla, Maria, Maurice, Melina, Michelle McCool, Mickey James, Molly Holly, Natalia, Rosa Mendez, Sunny, Tiffany, who's from Louisiana, baby, Tori Wilson, and Victoria.
There's a lot of good women. There's a lot of good women in this, man. This is some shit that they would do now to put all the legends in.
And I like how it's just like the whole Elias Ezekiel bullshit. Like, they're like, that's Santino. Look, there's no way they're going to have an identical twin going to have the same tattoos he got. Like, we knew it was Santino. It was just a work. But I've seen him win that crown twice because he won it that night. And then he lost it on an episode of Raw to Vickie Guerrero. Right. And they had a hog pin match at Extreme Rules, and he won it back. And
that's right, the hog pin match.
Like,
wasn't that versus Vickie?
Santina Morella versus Vickie Guerrero.
Yeah.
But the funny part was when they had it set up by the stage, but you don't smell it. And I was far away from it, but I could see the pig pen the whole time where my view was. And the match before that, they let the fucking the funny God, this was one of the funniest fucking parts of that moment right there. They had the hog pin match. I think they had it after the ECW title match. Well, during that ECW title match, I remember they had some barricades. They put some barricades up, and we were like, "What the hell are they making a special entrance?" No, they had the pigs run out in between the barricades into the pig pen, and it was funny shit.
Oh my God, bro! I just can't. Like that stuff that they did was just so funny.
Jerry Lawler had on white rubber boots like if he was a shrimper in Louisiana, and he was explaining the rules, and he was like,
I'm surprised Jerry Lawler wasn't in the front row a referee in this match.
The referee even got covered in pig shit, and it was funny as hell. But he's like, this next match is gonna stink, and he was like explaining the rules, and then he made the whole crowd laugh. He's like, without any further ado,
no further ado,
and then Goldust, you smell like shit, talkie mushrooms, and we're like, oh,
I finally figured out, like, so I was trying to figure out why and how Goldust got like the thing where you would like repeat himself. And I finally found the part where Kane
That's a visible face of Santino, and they never mentioned that. That's right. The Bella, yeah. This the Bella Twins WrestleMania debut? That was before Nikki got her tits done.
Yeah, yeah, because 24 they were they had the play
there. You saw a clear face of Santino. Yeah, but this you can go under the rope and you were eliminated. This was actually my first piss break of the night. We weren't even drinking beer. I just went to the bathroom. When I came back, they about had this much women. Well, one man and 4 women left. I said Tino.
He said 4 women and 1. Yeah, that's right. I always remember, and I like
Santino, Michelle McCool, Melina, Beth Phoenix.
He's not doing it. He literally.
Oh, it's Mickey James. It's Mickey James. It's Mickey James.
Mickey. That's yeah. But he's just running in circles. It's so funny. And they keep looking in on him.
This is the worst match of the night right here.
Oh,
a lot of people said Ray and JBL's was because it was like 20 seconds. No, it was hilarious.
That was fantastic. What do you mean? That was amazing. Ray won another title, and it was a good day.
Yeah, that was his first Intercontinental title he won too.
Yeah,
so
and that Joker outfit is lit. I love the Joker outfit.
Heath Ledger's
this is when Marcus was coming back from the bathroom.
I got a good look at that bag, and you saw in that picture I posted, they had a TV monitor in the corner, so I was I was using that as a cheat sheet. Like, that's fucking Santino. He kept saying for weeks, "I'm gonna be Miss WrestleMania," and he kept saying,
"Oh my god!"
And he found his way in there. He was gonna dress like a woman. Look, that's right. He threw them both out. My name's Santina. I'm the twin sister of Santino Marella. Oh God, Mae Young was the timekeeper. Oh my God, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, Mae Young was with Candace,
and Candace had the crown and the banner. Beth's like, "Are you fucking shitting me right now?"
Like the fact that
I don't even remember who I had. I think I had like Kelly or something winning that match. I don't even remember. That's how bad it was. I was like, I don't even care who wins.
Well, I feel like other than Santino winning, I remember the Kid Rock performance more than anything in this match.
And he walked past Kid Rock.
I wonder if he like went next to him and like did like what Kelly and Melina did.
I hope he didn't try to grab his ass or something.
Yeah, but I mean, shit. Did you see who Kid Rock was with at like a year ago at the event?
Yeah, it's SummerSlam. He was with made out with her in the front row.
Oh yeah, that was SummerSlam. That's right.
I almost went to that SummerSlam, but I didn't go.
But it's like, wait, isn't that my guy? Well, as much as Santino was involved for a few years, or
he can't. If he trusts Santino, can't even pass as a woman if he wanted to be in a womanless pageant.
No.
At least hide the 5 o'clock shadow and hide the muscles.
Yeah, right. And the tattoos, and the everything.
Jeez. Thank God this wasn't a WrestleMania tradition that went on. I mean,
thank goodness, right?
Because that was the only female match they had the whole show. That was the only way they can get all the females on the card was put them in this battle royal that they let a man win.
Literally, isn't it sad to think about? Like the more and more I watch some of these older ones, I'm like, what were they thinking when this was going on? Like, how is this a good idea? And how did I like this WrestleMania? Like, you know, like there's like something that like.
Oh, there he goes dancing.
Oh God. I'm gonna close everybody close your eyes.
I used to dance like that when I was drunk.
He said I dance like that when I'm drunk.
Well, I used to.
What, yesterday?
No, I wasn't even drunk yesterday. I stayed home. Me and my girlfriend stayed home and watched Yellowstone.
Oh, there you go. How far are you in? Are you caught up onto it? Or are you guys like?
Oh, no. We're almost done with season 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here we go. The handicap match. I forgot about. I remember
Yo, we got
this.
the legends. We got 3-on-1 handicap match. We got the legends. Jimmy Snuka, Ricky the
There,
Pig, and
there,
Steamboat, Roddy Piper
and Ric
taking
Flair in his
on
corner. Chris Jericho.
Y2J.
God,
Chris
everyone
Jericho.
loved this look of Jericho with the Fu Manchu and the blonde spiked hair. That's when he was calling himself the best in the world. And he was actually supposed to fight Mickey Rourke. Because
Yeah,
that's what this was all about. What did you think of that movie, The Wrestler?
I watched it when it first came out, but I'd have to rewatch it. I remember bitsy pieces of it, but I haven't seen it in so long that it's one of those I just have to rewatch.
It's a very sad but true movie. Like that's how what wrestlers go through these days, and I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. I remember seeing it in theaters and
Have you
see,
watched Heels at all?
huh?
Have you watched Heels at all?
I watched like 2 episodes, but I just never finished it. Isn't it like on Paramount Plus or HBO Max?
One of those. That's what I did too. I watched 2 episodes and I haven't watched any more. So that's why I was asking. I was like,
It's not that it was bad. I just forgot about it and
yeah,
said I wasn't interested in it. I forgot all about it. And, what's his name was the star in it? He was Green Arrow.
yeah. Stephen Amell.
Stephen Amell, yeah. And then he did some indie wrestling. And I knew right here, I was like, well, Ric Flair's not going to fight him. Ric Flair just retired. And I'm like, why is it a handicap match? Like, I didn't like the idea, but I'm like, hey, at least I get to say, hey, I lived to see a Roddy Piper, a Ricky Steamboat, and a Jimmy Snuka match because I never did before.
Troll.
Not even when I went to a WCW event in 1999. I didn't get to see any of those. I got to see a bunch of legends wrestle in WCW in 99, but not like those three. I saw like maybe the Steiner brothers, or he smashed his Rolex in the video package. Oh, this is when Ric Flair used to be the John Moxley of WWE, and he'd bleed profusely when he had that fucking camera.
Man.
Oh, fast forward to Jericho's pyro scared the fuck out of us. We were walking to go get drinks, and it went off. It scared the hell out of us.
You guys were like, oh shit. Did they have like these video packages like playing like when you guys were like there? Like I know like
Oh yeah.
like I know like when I went they've shown them, but like at like how do they show them like with like these different, is it just on like the little screen or do they show it on like the star?
No, the star stayed the same. The star was not a Titantron.
Gotcha.
The whole middle Tron piece was its Titantron, and then they
Gotcha.
had giant screens up in the air, but they would shut the lights off while they show video packages. That's what they've done for years.
Okay. See, I didn't know if it was different back then or not. So
But see, what we would do is, anytime since we had that monitor in the corner, I was watching it from the monitor. Or if the Titantron's like super big up in the air, I'll watch it from the air because I don't like to look at the stage until like the superstar comes out.
yeah.
But you said you went to Hell in a Cell last year.
Yeah.
How loud? I remember watching that while I was on a weekend getaway. But how loud was the crowd humming Seth Rollins' theme song?
Oh, bro, it was loud as hell. The whole entire, bro, I probably jumped about 8 times. The pyro, when Cody came out, when they'd all of, bro, it was when
God.
all of it.
Mickey Rourke is the ugliest fucking dude I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, no, it was loud as hell, and just like being there and seeing how like in sync everybody is with that type of stuff is crazy. It's like, how does everybody get so in sync so fast? And we're all like strangers in a way.
See that screen in the middle? Like we were watching the video packages on that,
Gotcha,
or we were watching it.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, the lights would turn the lights off
okay.
anytime they had a video package or something.
Because like I said, I've watched all of these. I haven't seen. I stopped for like 2 years. The last 2 years, I haven't watched any of the WrestleManias. I went like a 10-year span where I would watch every single one, depending on what year it was.
The big Tron right there, where it shows like the letters falling down. They use that as like one big Tron, but it was so weird. You might see a part of their face cut off because of the like scaffolds and everything. So I would just look at the Tron above to watch the video packages and shit. Like he didn't even acknowledge Mickey Rourke. Like he just walked past where he sat, and it's like, "Fuck you! I'm the best in the world. I'm the reason why Marcus paid $300 for 3 tickets so you can see me. Baby, drink it in, man.
Drink it in, man. Ricky, the draft. I feel like he saved this match.
Oh, he was phenomenal in this match for his age, and he looked good.
Yes, he did.
Jimmy Snuka's theme is actually pretty cool, but God, he's so out of shape. I mean, I can't wrestle. I don't know how guys like him or Matt Riddle can wrestle barefoot.
Right? Literally. Like, how? Like I would, it was Umaga too that did it. Umaga I think was like the first one I remember doing it. I always remember I'm like, why? Like somebody's gonna step on his foot.
I was so happy to hear those bagpipes because I'm partially Scottish.
Have you ever played the bagpipes?
No, I never even wore. I come. My ancestors were Scottish. Like I'm Scottish and French, but that's why I love Drew McIntyre. Like I'm a big Drew McIntyre guy, and I love Gallus. Like
I love Gallus.
Oh yeah, you can't go to a WWE show without hearing a woo chant.
Oh no! Oh, but you can't go to a WWE event without walking in for 5 minutes without hearing a woo chant. I walked in and that's all I hear was woo 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 woo. I'm just like, okay.
You'll hear that, or you'll hear whoo whoo whoo.
Yeah, who? Yeah, and that's all. And just you'll be sitting in your seat and randomly, it's like, okay. My friend looked at me. He's like, "Is this what they do?" I'm like, "I guess so."
You go to a WWE event now, you'll either hear the woos, you'll hear the who chant, or well, back not anymore, but years ago you'd hear the yes chant.
Oh yeah.
Like when the lights go off before they go live for Raw or something, you're gonna hear a yes chant. Like yes, let's go.
No, there's been nobody to do something like that since. Like I don't know if there will ever be anybody that will be able to make like the crowd be like that crazy. Like I've never seen like that build that they did for WrestleMania 30 with Daniel Bryan was just insane.
No lie, one of the funniest things I heard somebody say next to me when I went to the Rumble in San Antonio. We had like 1 minute before pay-per-view was going live, and they turned the lights off. Everybody's getting their phones out, flashing the lights on their phones. The one little kid was like, "What's going on?" They were like, "Bray Wyatt's fixing to come out." I'm like, "No, you idiot! Pay-per-view's about to go live. It's 6:59."
Why you gotta ruin the kid's life, man? What if the kid just wanted to see Bray Wyatt?
Old school's cool. It says on the back of Piper's shirt.
What does it say? Old school what?
Old school's cool. WM 0 through 25.
I mean, old school is cool.
Piper starting it off with Jericho. And I didn't realize it was an elimination match. Like, Jericho had to eliminate all 3 at once. Like, he didn't just pin one and the match was over.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Oh, Piper's caught his hand caught in the ropes.
Yeah, you had to get they wanted to give all their legends their little moments.
That's the first. Piper already had a WrestleMania moment. He main evented the first one when he came out with that Black Panther shirt.
Listen, I feel you. I know. I'm just saying. I could already feel like what he's saying. What Vince is saying.
He had a slap fest with Mr. T. That was a WrestleMania moment for him.
Listen, I'm not saying nothing. I mean, the Piper's Pit WrestleMania 21 was a moment. I'm just saying, like, I don't know what they were thinking about having these guys fight.
That was a horrible drop kick by Piper. I can't tell you what big moment Snuka had at WrestleMania, but we all know Ricky Steamboat's biggest WrestleMania moment was with Macho Man at WrestleMania 3.
Macho Man and WrestleMania.
Which I covered that WrestleMania with Will Gray from Botch Spots and Chair Shots, and that was his favorite match of his entire life.
Of his entire life.
Like that's what like got him so more big into it, and he said that was like his favorite wrestler because he did like a big thing on it. Like he had it well prepared, and he did it so well. If you ever go listen to it, he said like this was like the very first time ever that a wrestlers like written down and planned their match, and they went over and over and over until they mastered it when they did it live. Like Macho Man and Steamboat had pen and pad writing down how they're going to make this a 5-star classic, and they sure did.
It's so crazy to think about that. Like, how have you ever watched like Young Rock?
No, I haven't. I heard it sucked.
Really, I enjoy it. I really like it. I think it like there's a lot of like things that the Rockies talked about, and they're telling the story that it's really cool, and it's like they're telling the story like with other actors, obviously, but like they're like playing out like everything that has happened, and like they showed like a moment of like the Rock and Austin sitting there planning a match, and it just so like interesting to think about like that's what they were doing, like because obviously how much things have changed, and you know.
I think what really pissed me off was I saw a scene. There was like one episode where it showed like a young Roman Reigns at like 7 years old, and he's like, "Acknowledge me." I'm like, he did not fucking say that when he was a kid.
Well, yeah, obviously they were just trying. I know what episode you're talking about. I remember that episode got so many high ratings because people thought like that was actually Roman that they were like, oh, that's so cool.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they definitely they were trying to hit something that was not like
I
not
think
did not happen.
I think Snuka becomes the first one to get eliminated, but he was the weakest one in the match.
Yeah, he taps right here, I think.
Wearing a tiger print singlet that goes to this where he taps out. Yeah, walls of Jericho. When I saw that, I said, "Oh yeah." I thought it was over here, and I'm like, "That went quick." And then they were like, "Oh no, it's not over. It's a elimination match for Jericho."
I think they changed that like the
Last
Monday or
minute.
Friday before because I don't think at first it was, and I think they were like, let's take them on all together or something like that.
Oh, what a dick move right there! He just topped Steamboat over the top rope through the second rope. Now he's going after Piper. Was like on that. Piper kind of reminds me of Moxley a little bit, like just ramble and scramble.
Yeah, this is
Kick
gonna
to
be
the abdomen.
Moxley in 20 years wrestling still with blood coming out of his face.
I don't know how old Piper had to been in his 50s right here,
Yeah,
or late 40s. I don't know. I don't. I don't know how old he was when he passed away. Right here, he looked like he's either in his late 40s or early 50s. Ooh, throat caught him. I think this is where he eliminates him too. That throat caught him. Yep. It's down to him, and this was where like yeah, Steamboat just started. It's like he didn't skip a beat. Like he's doing some of the
literally,
same shit like he did in '87, like that cross body. That was like
literally,
holy shit. That was
literally.
awesome.
He did not miss any type of beat at all. It was just like so good. He was 54 at
Wow.
this time.
Flair's like pissed, like I should have did that shit at 54, but I'm
Yeah,
retired now.
he died at 61 in 2015.
Who Piper? Oh, Piper.
Yeah.
Oh, Piper was 54.
Yeah, Piper was at this
I thought
time.
you said Steamboat was 54.
No, Piper. No, Steamboat. Because I just looked up Steamboat's age because I was curious. Steamboat was.
He was born in 1953, so he was in his 60s, close to his 60s at this time. He's 70 right now.
Yeah,
So he was about late 50s, early 60s.
that's crazy. That's nuts. Gotta love it.
Oh yeah. Hey, yeah, I ain't gonna complain. I lived to see a Steamboat,
I
Snuka,
mean,
and
it's
Piper match.
exactly.
Which that was kind of a gamble. I said I could probably see Jericho winning this match, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Legends pulled it off because Jericho is such a dick. But I was like, Jericho's gonna win this
Such a
match.
dick.
I think this is the moment where like Jericho went over the top rope. This one he jumps off the turnbuckle. No, he jumped over the top rope. Yeah, he did like a corkscrew. Yeah, that was like another whole. That was the second holy shit of the night when he did that. Oh, he's going back on the top rope again. Oh, close on.
Some respect. Love the new World Elite logo, Marcus. Yeah, by the way, man, love the new logo. I meant to tell you that.
Oh, gotta give all the credit to Dylan on that one.
Dylan with all the credit over there.
That was the one that designed it.
True. Dylan's got some talent, true.
Oh, he's got a great graphic designing skill. Yeah, we're kind of going to that like video game retro 80s retro vibe now.
Yeah.
To kind of give, we've been doing the LSU vibe for the last 2 years. You know, we were like, why don't we just change it up a bit? Maybe it's time to get a new logo. I didn't tell him yet. I'm gonna text it to him now. I'm like, logo will be good until 2020 till 2025, and then we'll negotiate if we need a new one.
True. Every like 3-4 years, just get a new one. That works.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, and then we now have a theme song for our show.
Cool.
On our countdown. There's a band from Paris, France called Onlap. Their song "Burn" is our official theme song for the countdown.
Oh, there you go.
We still have the same rap song you'll hear. That was a shout out to Chaos from San Antonio, Texas, who made that for us.
That's what I need. I need to find. I want to make a theme song. Have somebody do a theme song for me. Not very creative on things like that. 1, 2, 3. Code Breaker ends it.
Yep. Oh yeah, you're a little ahead of me.
Am I?
But see, on my Peacock, I have ads.
Oh, that's why. See, I don't have ads. Yeah, I pay the I just paid it because I watch like Law and Order and everything, and sometimes I get so far behind that I'd rather watch them on Peacock with no commercials. So I was like, I'll just get the not ads.
So wait, what? I mean, how much? I don't keep up with that shit anymore. How much is it a month without ads? Is it like
$4.99 and then $9.99 without ads? So it's only $5 more without ads.
Because I thought that I was like, I'm paying $5. I know I'm paying $5 a month on Peacock. But ads don't bother me. And it kind of bothered me last night watching Yellowstone with my girlfriend, and because
that's when it bothers me is when I'm trying to watch like Law and Order or something, and I'm trying to watch the shows, and then it's like they get to a good part and they're like, "Oh, ad." Like,
he co-breakered Ric Flair.
Man, Ric Flair retires and then just comes back and is still taking moves.
He's never gonna retire. He retired like fucking 10 times, and he ain't gonna.
What do you mean? He still wants to come back. It's so funny. It's just like, what are we doing here, Rick?
We never brought that up, but like, why have a pay-per-view on your retirement if you want to come back and wrestle another? Like, he wants to do a match in Puerto Rico now or some shit.
Oh, I know. It's just like, why?
You wait, which I didn't watch that pay-per-view. Dylan bragged about how fucking horrific.
Awful. I went live for it. I didn't watch it. And I thought it was going to be interesting and good, and it was awful. Like, I was just like, why did I do this? The only thing that was good is I had like 1,000 people show up, so I had like 1,000 views. I gained a couple subscribers. I was like, okay, like I guess that's good. But match was awful.
I didn't even watch the pay-per-view. I think Dylan said there were maybe like 1 or 2 good matches, but he said the whole show was kind of a shit show. But the main event was fucking stupid. But I was like, hey, there's the Brock Lesnar. Is that the Brock Lesnar fan next to Mickey Rourke? The one that did the...
I think so.
It looked like him.
It does. Is that it might be. It's so funny because like as I've been watching these two, like when I was watching the build, we Keith Lee was one of the security guards for the Triple H and Randy Orton.
Yeah, when I covered this WrestleMania, when we used to do that mini show back to the Mania, I covered this WrestleMania, and I told that to my look. They even got a jumbotron on the barricade for them to watch. That a TV right there.
That is so. I never noticed that. That is.
I just noticed that. Like, watch if they show the cameraman that's behind. Look, see.
Yeah. That's so cool. That's so cool.
I guess that's for like people the size of Hornswoggle that can't see over the barricade.
Oh, for sure.
He's taking his.
The guy's got that spinner edge belt. I might steal that shit from him.
Oh, he took his watch off. He gave it to that fan. Man, if I'd have been one of those two guys sitting with him, I'd be like, "Oh my god, I loved your movie. Can I take a picture?"
Bro,
That's
those guys don't even have to move. They could shit. They got waste. They got garbage. They got a TV. They don't got to do nothing.
yeah.
I guess you do get for what you pay for if you sit there.
This was kind of a dumb moment. They dragged this shit like
Oh,
for
so long.
like just to give him a horrible punch, and then they were trying to make it look like it was a fight. And I'm like, why didn't y'all just have Mickey Rourke versus Jericho in the first place? He could have came out just like Randy the Ram, like his character. He could have came out to Mental Health by Quiet Riot, but if you heard it on Peacock, you'd have heard a Create a Wrestler theme.
Justin says Flair's just trying to die in the ring.
No one should be booking him to compete.
Pretty much.
Mickey's tattoos look like he got them in 1977, and they're like fading.
They're like fading, just a little. Just a little.
This was before Jericho had his full sleeve.
Oh, that's right. It's so fun. It's so crazy to think about that. Like the difference from Jericho, even from this time to now, and then it's like if you go back, even like when he first started, it's just like he's one of those guys. Like, and I've said it before, he finds a way to always revamp his character to something that he's never done. Mm-hmm. And it's like he could be the good guy, he could be the bad guy, he could be the biggest bad guy and the biggest good guy. I feel like sleeping just watching this.
Yeah, I don't remember what we were going through our heads. We were just like, can this shit just get over with? Can we move on?
Oh, we got Driving to the Top Productions in the house. What's up?
Yeah, that's Adam McNally. I just sent him the link.
What's up, Adam? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Appreciate it, bro.
Hornswoggle holiday. Yeah, St. Patrick's Day's Friday. I'm going to be wearing my green, getting my drink.
It's this Friday, right?
316 days Thursday, and then St. Patrick's Day.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna be in my Austin 316 shirt Thursday, and I'm gonna be drinking. Unfortunately, I was not able to go get some Broken Skull when I went down to Texas last week.
Is that good? I've never had that.
I had the American Lager is awesome. The IPA tastes like shit. I'm not an IPA guy.
See, I don't like beer that much either. So I'm one of those where I'm very picky. I'm like a woman. I'm just like
I saved 2 of the cans as like collectors.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's exactly what I would do. Is I would literally buy it just. For the
he punched him in the fucking ear.
He really did. As I looked up, he punched him in. He really did.
But he's holding the back of his head.
He didn't even hit his head. He hit him like right here. He hit him. He probably went like this. He probably got his ear more than anything.
Ric Flair trying to steal the moment. But they said Mickey Rourke used to be a boxer or something.
Always.
Is Mickey Rourke that big of an actor? I only remembered him in 2 movies. I remembered him in The Wrestler and Iron Man 2 as Whiplash.
That's literally same thing. I have no idea. I haven't even heard him since I feel like this was like the biggest he got. Like I feel like he never like got like anywhere else.
Well, he supposedly got like some Grammy awards too for that movie, The Wrestler, and stuff, like best performance or something like that. Like, but that was like going towards 2010. He got that. Did I even spell his name right? I'm trying to look. Yeah, Mickey. Yeah, I did spell. A former actor and boxer.
And wrestler.
Filmography. Here we go. Filmography. Let's see what he played. He made his movie debut in 1979 in a movie called 1941.
That's funny. He made it in 19. That's funny.
I'm looking at all these movies like
people.
Oh, he was in the Rainmaker. I didn't know that. 1997. He was in the Rainmaker. I didn't know that. I saw that movie before. Everything else I've never heard. Once Upon a Time in Mexico, he was in that movie. I didn't know that. I remember that movie. Let's see. Yeah, and then The Wrestler, Iron Man. I forgot he was also in the Expendables. That movie was awesome. Yeah, I forgot about that.
The Expendables. That was the one I was thinking of.
He was in the Sin City movies. All this other shit I never heard of. Oh, here we go. Brother versus brother.
Let's go. It's crazy to think about because we did that. Me, you, and Justin did the Royal Rumble.
How is he
on
doing ever since the Chiefs won the Super Bowl?
I think he's still living in Wonderland because I haven't heard much. I think he's still partying.
Well,
Yeah,
we now know.
because I had him on for 17 and we were talking about it, and he was just telling me how he was like on to the next.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I'm like, man, I know he's living on cloud nine, and I went to message him. I'm like, yeah, I knew it was gonna happen, and now we know who's gonna play on NFL kickoff the Thursday night. The Chiefs against whoever
Yeah,
they open up the season with. But yeah, they're gonna have their ceremony banner.
I don't even want. I don't even want. That's the bullshit. I don't even want to watch either on opening night for baseball. I don't want to watch the ceremony. I don't want to watch these guys get another banner. I don't want to watch Jose look in a jersey. I don't want to do any of it. I might just turn it on at 7:10. But I remember this rivalry, like, and just like seeing the shit Matt did. I hated Matt for so long, and then once I realized like it was all just like a storyline and everything, I was like, damn, because I thought Matt really did all this shit. I was like, why is Matt ruining Jeff's life?
I really want to skip this damn video package because now I do like the song "Crash" by Decipher Down. That was a cool song they used in a video package.
Turns into tragedies. Oof. Because wasn't he if I remember right, wasn't he blaming Edge for a while before Matt finally introduced himself as being the problem? Twisted. And so am I.
Yeah, I remember that. This was also the WrestleMania where Matt Hardy debuted that ugly ring gear with that fucking key logo.
Oh my god.
That was cool how they showed them do that move at an indie show, then it jumped to them doing it in the Astrodome, where a leg drop off one turnbuckle and a body splash off the other.
Yeah. See, these are the types of things like I would love to know how to do, and I just don't know how people do it, bro. They just like that Armageddon moment too will always be one of my
cried. Oh, I fucking cried because Jeff was my favorite, and I was like, "You fine." 2008
that ending will always be one that I'll never forget. Like him standing on top of that and just holding the title was awesome.
Boom. We already been an hour and we're already on the fourth match.
I know. Skipping the Kid Rock really helped.
Yeah, it sure did. We'd probably be just getting to the handicap match.
Literally. I know. Let's go. Because there's only 8-9 matches on this one? Yeah, 8.
7 or 8.
Maybe that's why this one was so good too. There wasn't too many matches. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I still think of that part where you're like, I could slap a tornado. That graphic image looked pretty cool on the Titantron, the red and the blue. But no, that's when he debuted that ring gear. I used to hate that ring gear.
Yeah, because he wore it for how long did he wear that for? Until
ECW departed in 2010.
10, okay. Because he was in WWE until like when he left the first time. Because Jeff obviously left after that CM Punk stuff.
Jeff left in 2009, went back to TNA, and then Matt left like
11
in 2011 or 12, but he didn't go to like TNA I think until like 2013 or 14.
Yeah, because isn't it like the like 2009 October when all that CM Punk and Jeff Hardy stuff? Because it was like later on this year, right?
Yeah, Jeff won the title 2 more times in 2009, but they were very short reigns, and he lost to Punk. And then Jeff's Titantron was pretty cool there. Like hearing No More Words in person was so awesome, and we were banging the shit out of that. Oh, I loved his face paint. Holy crap! His pyro was cool in person too. But yeah, I loved that face. That was actually the first time I ever got to see him wear face paint. All the other times he never had it on.
Yeah, because I think he started it like late 08 and 2009. I think is when he like started it.
Yeah, but it'd have been cool to see him wear paint one more time. But that was the only time I ever got to see it. Got some very artistic people in the crowd. But that was probably one of his best face paintings I've ever saw. And he's done some crazy artwork with his face, but that was one of my all-time favorites right there. The purple and the white and the black. Like a preview of Judgment Day Demon Finn Balor or something.
Do you think if Finn Balor comes out as the demon for WrestleMania, he can come out like that? Like, I think that face paint would do like wonders instead of
red. But a lot of people are not thinking it's gonna happen. That'd be cool to see.
I think he's gonna bring out the demon, and then he's gonna bring out, and then Edge brings out Brood Edge. That's what I would do. Oh, that's right. And then he beats the shit out of him with the sign.
That was that was a WWE magazine cover. I remember I was a subscriber to WWE magazine for a long time.
They used to be so good, and then I don't know if they just got lazy or what it was, but they just stopped being like as good as it was. Because I had it for the WWE shop. My mom would renew it for me every year for my birthday.
Well, I got my first subscription for Christmas in 2001. I bought the November 2001 edition first. My first cover I bought was Rob Van Dam on the cover, and I've had subscription. I think I had subscriptions till at least about 2010, 2011, and then I just was like, I don't really read them anymore.
Do you still have all of them?
Oh, not anymore. I collected them. Like, I had every issue from even when they were SmackDown magazine at one point, because one of my cousins who used to be a big wrestling fan, I got him into it, and then that's when back in the day you can either subscribe to Raw magazine or WWE. Well, he subscribed to Raw. I was WWE magazine, and then at one point they changed it to SmackDown magazine. But I kept it, but I bought a couple. Like if he had a Raw subscription that I really liked, that came out awesome, or came with a poster that was awesome.
The posters were the best. That was the whole reason why I loved it.
Oh, he hit him in the ass with the chair when he did the Whisper in the Wind.
Yeah, he was like, "Get out of here."
Yeah, that could get you constipated. Knock the shit back in your asshole.
He said that could get you
yeah, like I've had maybe like I went and bought like 4 or 5 copies of Raw magazine my cousin had that I really liked the post. Every magazine I did the same thing. I'd take the poster out, hang it on the wall, and I'd take the pay-per-view poster that was a page and gently tear it off and hang it on the wall.
And do what with it? You said put it in a roll?
I'd tape it on the wall. Why did he pull out a vacuum cleaner?
They pulled out some crazy shit in this match, if I remember.
That's like an old school vacuum cleaner. Like that's the ones with.
That's like the woodworking vacuum cleaners.
Yeah, like I would like the poster, the Superstar poster that would come with the magazine would be like folded. You just gently tear it off and you can hang it. And then when you turn pages, sometimes the pay-per-view poster would be a page, and I would tear it off gently and hang it or tape it on the wall.
Oh, tape it on the wall. I thought you said like you rolled it up. Okay.
Oh, no, I'd tape it. No, I'd put it on the wall, especially if the poster. Jeff Hardy, favorite pay-per-view poster he ever did, the No Way Out 2008 one where he's like underwater.
Oh,
chains wrapped around him in the chamber. Everyone thought his No Mercy one where he was hanging upside down in the electric chair was the best one. I'm like, no, the No Way Out 2008 poster was his best one.
The posters were the posters are so good. Like, what do you think about this year's WrestleMania poster? Like with the how they did.
It was cool. You know, it shows looks like a theater in LA, and you got a big old blimp of Cody and Roman at the top, and then at the bottom you got various superstars walking down the red carpet. It's pretty cool.
I'm very interested to see what they do different compared to what they did at 21. Like, I really hope they should do a lot different, but
I find the WrestleMania parody trailers this year suck.
Lame as hell.
I didn't even watch all of them yet. I only watched
Lame.
3. I
All of them.
watched
That's all there's been. There's
the
3 so far.
The Seth Rollins Joker one was good until they put Becky in it, and Becky trying to be Batman, but she ain't dressed like Batman. She's just the man.
Yeah.
She kind of killed it. I saw the Titanic one with Bianca and Montez. That one sucked. The Top Gun one, which Top Gun are they imitating? The very first one or Top Gun Maverick?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of the Top Guns.
You never saw Top Gun? It's a classic.
I know. Tell me. I know. Everybody keeps telling me.
Oh my god, it's like one of the movies that made Tom Cruise so big.
Is it? It's one of those I'd have to watch.
That's where Highway to the Danger Zone came from. That badass rock song.
Oh, okay. Fun fact. See, I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't know.
If you're into like military movies, this is like I'll never forget how packed that theater was when I saw Top Gun Maverick, because it was like almost the 35-year anniversary from Top Gun came out in 86. But I've had my parents say when that movie came out in 86, that movie was it was like the number 1 movie for a while. When I went saw it, it came out Memorial Day weekend. I went saw Top Gun Maverick. I saw people over the age of 50 planning date nights to go see this because they were like in high school when the first one came out. So
and you know that's when a movie's popular, is when people are doing that. Like people
they had a lot of older people for that movie. Like I was probably in the middle category because I'm in my 30s. Probably the youngest group of people I saw in there were probably like some people in their early 20s, but everyone in that theater was probably over the age of 40. But it was cool not to hear kids in that movie or something, or children. I got to enjoy that movie from start to finish, and I really enjoyed it. And I had on my Top Gun shirt too when I went and saw it.
Did you?
I had on a Talk to Me Goose shirt I got from 80s Tees, proud sponsor of the World Elite Podcast.
It's definitely one of those I want to watch like all of them in a row. Like I'm one of those where if I watch like a bunch in a row, I understand it more than watching like one and then waiting a year, because I always forget.
There's only 2 movies, so you should.
Oh, is there only? I thought there was like 3 or 4.
No, there's only 2.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Somebody told me there was like 3 or 4. Who lied to me?
No.
Troll.
No.
If there was 2, I would have watched them like last week. I thought there was way more.
The only bad part was the movie was supposed to come out in 2020, but that's when COVID happened, and they pushed it back 2 years. They pushed it back 2 years.
I remember that. That's right.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out.
So many movies that got pushed back. They're finally coming out with another Fast and Furious.
Oh my god! I hope this is the last one.
I think it is.
They should have stopped when Paul Walker passed away.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're not even talking about
one.
This is where I was getting mad during the match. Like Matt Hardy just hit a twist of fate, and Jeff kicked out. Matt's got some of Jeff's face paint on his shoulder, smeared on his shoulder.
Like to think he spent all that time on face paint just for matches to beat his ass and wipe it off.
No, I just pre-ordered my tickets for the Super Mario Brothers movie. I can't fucking wait.
Oh, I can't. I want to go. I can't. I'm gonna be like a little kid going to see it.
I'm that meme from Billy Madison where he's sitting in the classroom.
Yes. Perfect, man. I can't wait.
That's gonna be another movie that's gonna have people over the age of 40, because like this is a movie for the 80s babies.
Yeah.
Or the 80s kids that played Super Mario and shit on the Nintendo Entertainment System, not the GameCube or the Wii or the fucking Switch. This is for the kids that grew up in the NES era and shit.
It's so good. I like that they are adding like little aspects of like the Mario games too, like Mario Kart.
Well, thank God they got to deal with Elimination, because if this would have been a real live movie like that horrible 93 movie, I'd have shit a chicken. That 93 movie sucks. One of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
I don't think I ever saw that. It was like the Super Mario Bros. They like tried to make it.
Yeah, they tried to make it in 1993, and it was so horrible. They used live people.
Oh
and it
God!
Was so bad.
Oh God! Oh God! It's like those meme or like those videos of people dressing up as Mario.
They ranked it the worst video game movie ever made.
that's when it's bad is when they rank it that bad.
It took 30 years to finally make it right. Hell, Sonic the Hedgehog could have almost went down that road until they finally made Sonic the way he was supposed to be made.
Oh, but that was awful in the beginning.
He
I
looked
remember
like
seeing that. I
yeah.
haven't seen
It's
the second one yet,
when I
but
I only watched it one time. I need to watch it again, but it was so awesome, and I'm not spoiling it. But they're making a third film, right?
Justin said, "Let him know if it's worth watching after you watch the Mario movie." Yeah, I mean, I think it's
Oh,
worth watching.
See, I didn't understand this part with Jeff. Like, he put a table on top of his brother, but he did. That's when he did that big splash, and Matt moved out the way. I was waiting for like a swanton or something. No, he just does a big body splash, and Matt moves, and he just headbutted the fucking pavement.
Oof. Maybe this is why Jeff's all kinds of messed it up. Because
I can't wait. And I'm ordering some shirts from 80s Tees on Super Mario shirt. Why?
and
Look, they got a blue. They got a blue cup on the floor. They had a fan through that.
For what?
I saw like a blue Solo cup right by the right by the ring. I don't know if that came from the front row. Looked like a fan through that.
Oh,
there was no such things as the Street Profits back then.
Troll. Hey, I mean, maybe Montez was there.
Montez is from. I don't know where he's from. I know Angelo Dawkins is from Cincinnati. I don't know where Montez is from.
Like, I would love to know what WWE superstars, like we've obviously seen like a few, like I just said it, a few other people have said. I would love to know what wrestlers were at these shows. Like, who was sitting in the audience? Like, Sasha said she went to 26, I think it was.
She went to 20 and watched Eddie and Kurt.
Oh, it was a 20? Okay.
AJ Lee was there too.
At 20?
Yes.
Okay, then it will. Okay, I thought it was like the later 20s, but okay.
Paige was at 30 and made her debut the next night.
You said Paige, yeah, Paige,
or Saraya, whatever you want to call her now.
That's crazy to think about. I always think about that, like that AJ had that match, and then the following night, like Paige made her debut
and won the title. Like, how often does that happen now?
Never.
Nope.
Shit, the Raw after WrestleManias aren't even as good as they used to be.
Oh no. Maybe it might be good this year.
It's going to be, because I'm not going to be able to go live because I'm going to be at the Sox home opener. I already know it. the one Raw I won't be live for.
You better record it.
I'll be watching. I just won't be able to go live because I'll be at my uncle's house with no equipment. So I'll be watching. I'll go live. If I'm in the car, I'll start going live on my phone.
What's the temperature? What's the weather like there now? Is it cold?
It was snowing this afternoon. I was working in the snow. It's 36 degrees and cloudy.
It's fucking hot. Love it. I used to hate when Jeff would do this move, like where he fucking hop over another ladder and do his leg drop.
He's always trying to do too much, and then this is how he lost the match. Irritates me.
Hurts his ass, and then that was a horrible fucking twist of fate when he put his.
Bro, it looked like it hurt so bad though.
When I saw that, I'm like, yep, it's over. And sure enough, Matt Hardy won, and I was pissed. I'm like, Jeff lost another WrestleMania match. Yeah, this was supposed to be for Jeff, and it pissed me off so bad.
There's got to be a reason why, because then they face each other in an I Quit match at Backlash.
Yeah, and that's where the rivalry ended, and then he went after the title until he left the company. He feuded with Edge and CM Punk until he left.
That's
right here. That looked like fucking killer right there. That was a holy shit moment right there. You can even see it in the front row.
That's what I'm saying. That shit looked like it hurt. 1, 2, 3. Lame.
I'd say, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was so pissed. I didn't care for the show anymore. I was like, I'm done. But thank God Undertaker Shawn put life back in me. Or I could say Ray and JBL put life back in me.
I mean, Ray and JBL is a good moment. Coming up next, guys, we got Ray versus JBL for the IC title. And people are like, these guys competed?
I'm skipping this right here. I don't want to see Jeff laying down. It already hurts me enough the way his shit went.
Because what do? They just show like Matt and then all the highlights and shit. Shit, if the entrance ramp wasn't as long as it was, we wouldn't have to. They wouldn't have to show Jeff for so long. We got Randy.
Yeah, they're showing that. I forgot about this was Legacy. This was Cody and DiBiase.
Yeah, this is when Randy was punting everybody in the head.
This was evil Randy right here. I fast forward a little bit. I got I got 20 seconds left on this ad, and I'll tell you where I'm at.
Oh, true.
But
like,
I think
it's so funny to see Cody like do
Kennedy.
these, like what he's doing like then with Randy and everything. Like what he's doing now. Like I think about it, like
this was no knee pad Cody, and I hated that.
no need
I'm
for Cody.
I'm at 136.31.
136.31.
Well, now I'm at 136.40. Like,
All right, there. JBL's coming out. I think I'm like 4 seconds behind, but whatever. That's
he's got a microphone in one hand. He's got the Intercontinental title in that hand. And he's about to bash Houston.
Bash Ray.
Bash Houston, Texas, because he's from Sweetwater, which is around Dallas and everything. He was like fat at this time.
He was like fat.
I just watched WrestleMania 14. Like, I hate when they take classic tag teams and they try to renew them. Like, this is when he was a part of the Blackjacks, and he was Blackjack Bradshaw. Jeff Bradshaw with a handlebar mustache, people. Picture that in your head.
God. Bradshaw was just good as Bradshaw.
And he was teaming with Chains at WrestleMania 14.
Because this was his last WrestleMania. Yeah.
That he actually competed in.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, he supposedly retired from in-ring, but he's like, I quit. When we heard that, we laughed hysterically. It's like, I quit. Because he's like, I'm going to give you guys the moment of a lifetime. But he's bragging about New York City.
I bet you any amount of money this was all his idea, too.
And I like how you see the Jumbotron. It looks like friggin' Wall Street. It's got the stocks showing.
That they just copy and paste it. That's how they used Corbin's entrance.
Oh God, that's one guy I can't stand.
Oh, they got the. That's funny.
Well, he ain't wearing them. He ain't wearing them baggy little slack pants anymore. It's like you can't polish a turd. I tried. When he told that to Corbin, I laughed.
All right, come on, Ray. Shut this guy up.
Yeah, and that was the first time. That was the first of two times I ever saw Ray do that entrance where he pops up from the floor and sparks.
Oh, and your seats were so close. Like I could just see. Like I'm visualizing it right now. Like that's so cool.
And I didn't even know what his gear looked like until I saw it on the Tron. It's like I couldn't tell from that far away, and I'm like, oh my God, he's Heath Ledger's Joker.
So cool.
One of my favorite. But
what? Yeah. Well, I've been looking. I've been trying to find a figure.
It gives me with the hair. It kind of looked like Doink the Clown a little bit.
Yeah, he did at first. Yeah.
Looked like the Joker on cocaine or on crack.
Joker on cocaine. I mean, honestly, pretty much.
Okay, I don't know. Supposedly, this got cut off. I don't know if they're cutting it off on Peacock, but supposedly it was either JR or Jerry the King Lawler made a comment about Ray's attire, and supposedly they made fun of Heath Ledger, and they got in a lot of trouble for it, and they cut it off of the WrestleMania DVD. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if they didn't cut off Kid Rock's performance, I don't think they cut it off of Peacock.
But like that's the thing, But why would they have cut Kid Rock's performance? Did something happen, or was it just like
probably WWE Network, probably copyright issues?
Oh, gotcha. Okay. And I don't know why it's not. I just didn't like. It sucks though because it's like that's what made all these things so good. It's like why do you got to ruin like the shit that already happened? It happened. It's not like we could change it. Like just leave it. Ray for president, Ray for Hall of Fame. How about that?
Yeah, we brought that up later. We brought that up on our last live stream. Like I actually said one more name if they deserve the Hall of Fame. Rey Mysterio, but not his son Dominic. The mask looks like it's too big on his head.
Yeah. Maybe
look like
he did that on purpose after what happened a few years before that.
Okay, I got a question until this. We know how this match goes. JBL is going to fucking punt him in the head and then a quick 619, 20 seconds. He's the champ. But who do you think inducts Rey? It's not going to be it's obviously not going to be Dominic. Some people are saying it. Some people are saying Conan. I kept saying it might be Santos Escobar. But someone told me it was Conan. I said, watch Dominic in character ruin the ceremony. You know it's going to happen.
I already said it. I said that they're totally going to play into it. He's going to come out and ruin something at the ceremony.
And make him finally fight. Well,
yeah.
I don't know if that's his retirement match. Everybody thinks Dominic's going to retire his dad and he's gone. But see, now that he's in the Hall of Fame, we know Batista's not going in this year. He ain't leading the class. It's going to be Rey.
You don't think so? I think that they put Rey and Batista. They've done that before where they put in two, like...
Yeah, but who's going to lead the class? Batista?
I mean, I guess he would be, yeah. But, I mean, I don't know.
That's just like 2015. They've been advertising for weeks that Macho Man was going to lead the class, and then they announced Kevin Nash in the Hall of Fame, and he led the class.
Yeah,
not Macho Man.
I know everything happened with Batista and him not going in, but it's like, I don't know why, like, he hasn't yet. Like,
well, we knew The Rock wasn't going in because they're in Hollywood. And I said on my last live stream, I said The Rock will not go in the Hall of Fame unless by some miracle they go back to LA, or if they did it in Miami, or if they went to Hawaii. Oh, he just punted Rey in the head.
Yeah,
He even spray painted his bald head green.
That he did, Dro.
Actually, the bell didn't even ring yet. I thought he was gonna find a way to like win there.
Yeah, the bell didn't ring at first because he beats his ass.
Because as soon as he rings, I think he goes after him. Then he moves and then he drop kicks him into the second rope.
Yeah, because the referee's like, "Come on, man."
We were like, "Holy shit, did that just happen?" And like, I'm like, I want to go to look, missed clothesline, spin heel kick to the head, double drop kick, falls right there. Of course, 619 splash, new champ, and I was literally about to go to the bathroom. He's like,
I was about to go to the bathroom. Well, shit, you should have before the next match.
Well, wait. There's more to it. Yeah, see, we're all like, holy shit, he just beat him in 20-something seconds.
2, 3. And Rey Mysterio is your new IC champion.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that version of the belt. I never liked the oval belt.
What, you like the white one? Yeah. Yeah, see, I like the white one too.
Oh, it's upside down. Yeah. This is my favorite Intercontinental title of all time. It don't matter if it's black strap, white strap, yellow strap, blue strap, just the way this belt looks.
Yeah, well, it just looks the cleanest.
When Cody Rhodes brought it back at Hell in a Cell 2011, I'm like, fuck yes.
He's like, yeah. It's so funny to think about. Cody brought back that title, and he may bring back the Wing Eagle belt. It's like, Cody. You think
he's gonna bring the Wing Eagle back?
I think if he wins, he will.
Because I really don't know what's gonna happen. Are they really gonna split the titles?
That's the thing. It's just like I don't know. Like I keep saying things and I keep thinking about it. I just don't know.
Okay, so I'm holding myself. Like I really need to go piss. But JBL's
go to the bathroom, man. Go ahead, go.
Wait, no, I'm talking about at the show.
Oh, I was like, yeah. If you gotta go ahead and go. You don't gotta hold it.
Oh no, I'm gonna probably have to go in a second. But no, like I literally at the show, I'm literally holding my dick. Like I need to go. But like, what's JBL fixing to do? And
he's like, and you knew as soon as you'd walk away, he'd start saying something.
All right, I'm going piss real fast before the funny part comes up.
Hassan back in with. What's up, Hassan? He's got something to say.
Oh, it looked like he didn't say it yet. He's just like looking around like he's lost. Look like he wants to cry.
He does. He's like, I'm just gonna cry real quick.
I didn't know what he was gonna say right here. Like, I didn't think he was gonna say I quit, but the way he said it made me laugh.
And then the fact that he stayed away for as long as he did, because he didn't come back, did he? After,
I guess they were trying to let people go to the bathroom because we knew Undertaker Shawn was coming up next.
How long until he came back for commentary after this? Like, because that was the next time we saw him,
a couple
right?
years, like a couple years, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been a few years. So like, I'm trying not to laugh too hard because if I laugh, I'm gonna piss myself. And we're like, did he really just quit? Like, there were somebody's like, I think he's retiring.
JBL, man.
All right. I think I'm gonna fast forward till they come out. That video package was like fucking 6 minutes long.
Was it really?
I'm gonna go to 146. No.
That's where I'm at. I want to see it. I haven't watched it in a while. So
well, I'll let you watch it. Like, I've seen it so many times, it's like it don't really matter.
I bet. Yeah. No,
now I will tell you this.
That's how I am with Hell in the Cell. I've seen that promo with Hell in the Cell so many times I can't even watch it anymore. I'm just like, I'm like I could recite it.
So I remember like when the lights were going out, you know, they were showing downtown Houston again. This time it was actually dark.
Now it's dark. Funny as hell.
Oh, I didn't really think they were gonna come up next. I was thinking like one of the title matches was coming up next. So like I'm fixing to like walk because luckily our seats were right. My seat was right by the steps. I always like to sit by the steps in case I gotta get something to eat or go piss or go get a shirt or something. So like I'm literally about to walk up the steps and like I'm looking away like slowly or I'm walking up backwards. When I saw the Undertaker, I'm like, fuck. I got to sit down again. Like, I could have took a piss during. I'm gonna be at 152.52.
All right.
So, let me know when you hit play. Well, you're watching the video package you said, but I got mine paused.
All right, yeah, no, that works. Like I said, I just haven't seen it in so long. It's been a minute since I watched this.
It's pretty cool. And while we're doing this, we're actually seeing them set up Shawn's entrance, like how he came out. Like,
okay, yeah. So that was gonna be one thing because he does come back like because it's like heaven versus hell. So that's cool.
Yeah, and we were watching that, and we were like, that's got to be Shawn because like we see somebody get lifted up in the air, and he's wearing white. I'm like, that's got to be Shawn Michaels.
I found a figure with him in all white attire. It's like the Ruthless Aggression one too. And he's got the hat, he's got the jacket and everything, and it's like one of my favorite attires for Shawn.
I thought you meant when you said white gear, all I could think of was WrestleMania 12.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
These two. It's just hell. Just trying to get to heaven.
Oh, I loved that catch. I love that line. I've used that as a tagline for something before. I was like, sometimes it's hell trying to get to heaven. That was cool.
Like this rivalry with these two is just like so good. Like it's just like everything about it, and it's like I haven't seen this match in so long, but it's like everything. But from what I can remember, it is just like this is just like how I feel like everything like should go. Like this is just like the perfect way to do things. Especially like the promos that they did, like how Taker did his little like 1 through 16, and then Shawn did his Mr. WrestleMania.
Both of their Mania matches were 5-star and great, but I thought the first one was better than the second.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No, this one will always be way better than 26.
And they both got match of the year.
Yeah. And 26 I feel like stands in its own. Like it's like one of those where it's like, you know, because everything was on the line in that one. Literally. Yeah. Besides the title.
But they were smart making that match the main event of 26. With how good this one was, I was like, that should have closed out.
Well, yeah, because you still got what is there two? There's two matches after this, right?
Yeah, they had the triple threat next, and then they recognized the Hall of Fame class, and then they did Triple H Orton.
And it's like after this match, like I remember like watching it, and remember watching it a few times. And it's so good, but it's like exhausting to where like it should be the main event, like where you end the show.
Well, I must say too, like I'll probably hop off after this match, but I'll share my thoughts on what happened after the match. But yeah, you had the triple threat match next. Like Edge's entrance in person was cool with the pyro. I've always wondered why they had to put Big Show in this match because I'm not a Big Show guy. But I loved Cena's entrance where they had army members from the National Guard dressed like him.
My favorite entrance that Cena did, I think, at WrestleMania is this one.
And that was the only time in my life I got to hear Basic Thugonomics in person.
Was it? Okay.
And then they did that where they all come out dressed like him. That's when he had the AWA Hustle Loyalty Respect Edition shirt. And then they all like picked their arms up, some pyro hit, and they just looked at each other and just did this. And he ran that long rampway.
So good.
I always laughed. I forgot this was when Edge had La Familia, and then Chavo was wheeling Vickie Guerrero out the wheelchair, and I didn't like. She was in a wheelchair for like fucking 6 years.
For so long. She had like the easiest job. She just got rolled everywhere by Edge.
But it could be anything. She can break her finger and she's in a wheelchair.
Oh,
break her goddamn finger, she's in a wheelchair. But I will say, when Cena picked up Edge and the Big Show, trying to give a double attitude adjustment, it should have happened. But man, that was a holy crap moment where Cena picked up both Edge and Big. But Edge fell off. He hit the AA on I think, they were calling it the attitude adjustment at the time. Hits him that, then he hits it on Edge on top of Big Show. I said, that's it, he's going to win the title. And he won the title. That was the second time he won the big gold belt, too. So I was there to see him win one of the most beautiful titles in WWE. The main event, not going to lie, the main event almost put me to sleep. It was a little boring.
Yeah.
Triple H's entrance was cool where he was staring at a mirror and then he threw the sledgehammer and it shattered. But
like that, and that's why I said they should have switched it. Like this is where Randy and Triple H should have been.
Because like I don't think no one really wanted to see Orton and Triple H again. Like they were over it.
Yeah.
But
that's one of those matches that's a perfect example of a great build, but not a great match.
One of the coolest moments, like, I don't know how many WWE shows you've been to, but have you ever seen Triple H's entrance in person?
No.
Probably the coolest part is like when he's on the ring apron and he does that pose in the ring where he picks his arms up and spits the water in the air and all the lights go off and the spotlight shines on him and all you can see is the camera flashes. That's one of the coolest parts of his entrance.
Yeah, I've never... Because my first event I went to was Survivor Series 2019. Went to the NXT Raw versus SmackDown. So
that was actually a decent pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's still playing the video package?
No, it's Michaels just came out.
Oh, you're probably ahead of me then.
Oh, my bad. I forgot you were paused, my dumbass.
I'll find a way to get back, catch up.
154.40. The moves up.
All right, I'm at 154.43. That should be good enough. He's like praying.
Yeah.
The pyro just popped.
Yep, it's like 2 seconds. I think that's the closest we're gonna get. Man.
I liked his ring gear right here. The black,
one of my favorites.
The brown and white. And it's crazy. Every time Shawn had a match in Texas, he like always outshines. Like he did
Mr. WrestleMania.
Or Mr. Texas, Mr. Wrestling in Texas too.
Mr. I mean, yeah.
Plus, this was also where they zoomed in on Undertaker rising up from the bottom, kind of like they do with Cody Rhodes. when he used to come out from the bottom, that was a cool shot. We saw it on the Jumbotron on the screen. Like we knew he was about to rise up, but it's the way the camera was angled. Like you just see the middle Tron, and then next thing you know, you see the Undertaker just like rise up right in front of you. That was a cool shot. Where Cody's, it's more like facing upward, and you just see like under his chin when he rises up.
Did you see they added that entrance in the video game?
Yes, I wish that would. I mean, I wish they would change their set where he can do that entrance, because I hated where they'd have the smoke and then the pyro would pop like if it was Bobby Lashley's old entrance. He'd come out, but Cody has enough fucking like when he does the whoa, he gets that, and then when he gets on the turnbuckle, it does it again. I'm dying to see how the entrances are going to look this year. Like who's going to have a probably Cody. Cody's going to have a bigger and better entrance. Roman's just going to come out with the red deal around the red Hawaiian flower around his neck. He ain't going to do no. I'd love to see like a Samoan like coming out look like an actual fucking chief with the
like the top hat.
Yeah, like looking like an actual chief. And they got like Samoans banging the drums and all that shit. Like I could see that.
That would be cool.
I'm dying to see what they do with Asuka. I can't wait to see what happens with Asuka's entrance. Oh, Undertaker just rolls up. That was a cool shot.
Yeah,
rising like that.
I think Rhea's will be interesting if they do like a Judgment Day type of a thing.
Yeah, Rhea and Charlotte should have some interesting ones too.
Oh, you know Charlotte. Well, Charlotte always is top notch.
I can't wait to see what Asuka does. Like, do something Japanese cultural style.
You think she wins, right?
Oh yeah, she will win the title.
That's what I think. That's what I think should happen.
Oh, my brother and his roommate's favorite moment. This was our favorite match. We all three loved this match, but the favorite moment was when Austin came out on the full wheeler when they introduced the Hall of Fame.
That's right, because he was inducted in the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah, they were in Houston.
Because he goes all the way around, don't he?
Yeah, he like hauls ass. He makes like 2 spins around, then he hauls ass up the entranceway, then he hauls ass going backwards. And just
I'm coming up like Undertaker. I get to grab my charger.
Comes out with the I think I'm gonna skip his entrance. His entrance is gonna
so long. Well, me and my friend counted at one WrestleMania. It was like 10 minutes.
I'm at 2-0-27. Like he didn't take the hat off yet.
Holy shit. God.
Yeah, that moment when that was their favorite moment when Austin came out in the full wheeler and hauled ass and speed, and then he was drinking all that.
Did you guys
beer.
go to the Hall of Fame ceremony the night before?
No, we didn't. But I've been to 2 Hall of Fames in my life, and I regret going to the last one because it's boring.
Why?
I don't know. Like I was expecting, and I think I made myself look like a fool. No one told me that you can wear whatever you want at the Hall of Fame. Like I dressed formal. I wore a blazer and slacks. I looked like I was going to a prom or a ball. And I was sitting around people that was dressed like you, baseball hat and hoodies and shit. And I'm in the middle of people dressed like I should be in the fucking front row.
I mean, that's okay though. That just means,
paying my respect.
Yeah.
I'm making it look like I'm abducting somebody in the hall.
Maybe they see him that they like this guy looks fly, and then
I did that so bad I did it again 4 years later. I was like,
so which 2 did you go to?
2014 and 2018.
Okay. Who was it 30?
Those were the 2 years they were in New Orleans. 2014 it was Ultimate Warrior.
That's right. Okay, Ultimate.
Jake,
that's right.
It was Warrior, Jake the Snake,
okay.
Lita, Razor Ramon, Paul Bearer, Carlos Colon, and Mr. T.
Okay, that's right.
That was the first one. The second year I went, it was Goldberg, the Dudley Boys, Ivory, Jeff Jarrett, Kid Rock, and I don't remember who else.
The fact that Kid Rock is in the hall, like the celebrity wing is so funny. Like the people that are in there are so great.
Oh, he did the DX job. I hate the celebrity. The Hall of Fame's a joke now.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
Like they are now they announced two, and you know the Great Muda's going in, right?
Yeah,
Why is he going in? What did he do for WWE? He never
I,
wrestled in WWE.
I have no idea.
They should just create a Hall of Fame where you could put anybody in it. This is the WWE Hall of Fame. WWE superstars are supposed to go in this. And over the
Agreed.
years, they have put in guys that never stepped foot in the WWE ring in the Hall of Fame. But not everybody is WWE Hall of Fame material.
No, they're not.
Bakley from Cage My IQ told me that since next year it's in Philadelphia, he thinks Tommy Dreamer's going to go in the Hall of Fame. I was like, nope, Tommy Dreamer didn't do much for WWE. He was more of an ECW guy, yeah, but he could go to the ECW Hall of Fame, not the WWE Hall of Fame.
They should just do that. Have an ECW, WCW, WWE, like celebrity. They have a wing for every person.
The Hall of Fame legacy stuff's pretty cool, but do it for the ones that were in Vince McMahon Jr. Senior's WWF.
Well, yeah,
because
there's just so many things that they try to do so much that it's just like why. And they said so, and that's the thing. It's they're gonna do it so and the great example is people are gonna say the same thing that you did when they do announce the Great Muta. They're gonna be like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
Well, I mean, I know who he is, but it's like,
oh well, no, we do, but it's the people that don't. They're gonna, you know what I mean? That's why they started off with Ray because everybody knows Ray. So it's but it's that's the thing. It's not everybody knows all these people. That not everybody sits here and watches wrestling like we do.
But WWE also made the mistake where, back in the day, the whole when they brought it back in 2004, I liked how they did it, but I felt I think it was after 2000. I think it was after 2009. I'll say after the 2009 class because I approved everyone that went in 2009, even the Von Erichs, even though they know most of them did wrestle in WWE. One of the Von Erich brothers that died, he was the Texas Tornado, so yeah, he deserved it. But there were some classes that had way too many inductees. The 2004 class was overfilled. WWE's getting to that point where they're doing it so late now because they're running out of people to put in. I was like, well, from the beginning, you should have did it where only induct at least 2 to maybe 4 people a year. Don't do fucking 9 people a year and shit.
Yeah, at most, maybe 6 at most.
The year Goldberg went in, I was like, why is he going in? He's still fucking wrestlers. You need to go in the Hall of Fame when you're officially no longer.
They need to have a rule like the NFL because you just
5-year probation. I agree. 5-year probation.
Ric Flair went in the 2008. That means so Ray's going in. He's retiring this year. Shawn Michaels went in the year he lost his match, didn't he? Didn't he go in 2010?
He went the year after he retired, and then Edge went in 2 years after he retired, or the year after he retired also.
It's one of those things. It's if they're having a match at WrestleMania and they're going into the Hall of Fame, it's why are they?
Edge's was too soon, especially by some miracle he came back in 2020.
Yeah,
Edge going in 2012 was kind of a joke. Maybe he should have waited and went in after this year. Now he's officially going to retire in 2023. I can wait a couple years, 2025 or 26, and he can go in.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, shit. Next year is going to be John Cena. I mean, shit. At this point, it's gonna be if that that's the thing. As I've been watching these two, there's so many repetitive things that they do. It's kind of sick. And it's just why are we doing the things that we just did back in I was talking to one of the people in my chat. I feel like I'm watching what I watched with Ray and Dominic with what I saw with Matt and Jeff. Because Jeff didn't want to fight Matt. Jeff didn't want to do anything to Matt. And then all of a sudden he just whooped his ass. So is that what we're going to see with Ray? Ray's all of a sudden just going to whoop his ass 2 weeks before?
The 2009 class was actually pretty damn good. Plus, and it was one of a few Hall of Fame classes that didn't induct a female.
Who was the female this year? That year or this year?
2009, they had no females.
Oh,
it was Stone Cold Steve Austin, which it was perfect. It was the right time because he retired in 2003, They were in Texas. They were in Houston, so it was perfect. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
He wrestled on this card too.
Yeah, Cowboy Bill Watts, which it was perfect because the Texas was a part of the Mid-South territory. Howard Finkel, Coco Beware, the Funks, and the Von Erichs. That was the Hall of Fame. That's a decent Hall of Fame class. I like it.
Yeah.
But the following year, like 2010, this was their class. They had Ted DiBiase that led it, Antonio Inoki, Wendy Richter, Mad Dog, Maurice Vachon, Gorgeous George, Stu Hart, and Bob Uecker.
That's not good.
They ran out of they put Dave DiBiase to lead the class.
Really? I don't as much as I love Ted DiBiase, I don't know if he should really be leading the class like that.
He probably bought his spot.
I mean, shit, he gave all the money in the world.
No, I get why they put Inoki in it. He was the founder of New Japan and all that, and then he had some classic matches and shit, but he never wrestled in WWE. Wendy Richter deserved it. Stu Hart truly fucking deserved it because he trained all those guys. But Gorgeous George, really, I didn't know who the fuck Gorgeous George was. Mad Dog, I've seen him, but he never really wrestled in WWF. He was an NWA or an AWA guy. And then Bob Uecker, I'm like, oh really? We're doing the celebrity shit again. But 2011's class, Shawn Michaels, which I didn't know if it was too soon. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Bullet Bob Armstrong, Sonny, Abdullah the Butcher, the Road Warriors, and fucking Drew Carey.
I mean, shit. WrestleMania 27 had to be probably the worst WrestleMania I think I've ever watched in my lifetime.
Definitely one of the three worst. I've always said WrestleMania 2000, WrestleMania 27, and Pandemic Mania were the three worst I've seen. But when I went back and watched a few classic ones, I thought WrestleMania 2 was kind of terrible. WrestleMania 4 sucked. I heard that 9 and 11 were bad also.
I'm thinking about doing 1 through 15 next year. You're not giving me high hopes for it, man.
Which ones you did this year?
I did 2000 to 33.
Okay. I did it's a lot of classic. WrestleMania 3, I did that. It wasn't a horrible WrestleMania. I wanted to watch it. They weren't
as long though, weren't they? They're only like 2 or most 3 hours, weren't they?
It was it was like a 2.5. It was a 2.5, 3 hour pay per view. WrestleMania 14 was 2.5 hours long. WrestleMania 14 crazy. Went by that fast.
That's crazy. That's like a SmackDown with a half an hour ending. Yeah. That
when you watch WrestleMania 14, you're gonna feel like you're watching Raw, but it was good. It wasn't bad. It just didn't have the WrestleMania atmosphere.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's it's just when I think of WrestleMania, I want to have that feeling. There's just that feeling that we get that and sometimes
that's why they're in a stadium. Every WrestleMania, shockingly, every WrestleMania I went to was in April. And everyone I went to was in a stadium. Thank you, Jesus. But my favorite WrestleMania that was not in a stadium, you've covered it. I don't know who did it with you. I would have loved to have been a part of that watch along. WrestleMania 22 in Chicago.
Oh, yeah. I did it with one of my best friends. I had a WrestleMania party and he was over, so we were sitting there and talking about probably my favorite.
You didn't go to that Mania either? I think I asked you that.
No, you didn't go to. See, that was the problem with me. I never was allowed to go. My parents weren't the parents that were going to go out and buy me WrestleMania tickets. My parents were, well, here's a couple $100 and go out and buy yourself something. I would ask. That's why, I didn't go to my first show until 2017. I went to a bunch of Raws and SmackDowns, but my first ever pay-per-view was that NXT SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah, I didn't see. I could have see if
I would have loved to just thinking about going to that would have been so cool. And now that I've rewatched as many times as I have, it just
see that's the only reason I didn't go to the Royal Rumble 2001. That's Jacob.
What's up, Jacob? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming. He's ready for WWE.
I didn't go to Royal Rumble 2001 or WrestleMania 17 because my dad wasn't home. My dad used to work offshore, so he always watched it. He'd watched it for 40 plus years. But he always would take me to shows. Now, he always said, like, I remember bringing it up to him. I said, hey, the Royal Rumble's coming to New Orleans. Are you going to be home for it? And he'd check his schedule. And if he says he's home for it, we're going to go. But if not, I'd have to watch it on pay-per-view. And he told me no. I'm like, okay. Well, WrestleMania 17 was a hard pill to swallow because he was away at work and we couldn't go.
And that's like one of the best. Like I watched that one. That was probably so far probably one of my favorites I've rewatched because I didn't remember it as much, and rewatching it right now, it's like, damn, that was a really.
I would have 100% worn Astros hat that night because it was in the Astrodome.
I tried to message everybody because I wanted to try to give everybody an opportunity to be on. Like, 'cause honestly, I didn't think as many people wanted to like come and hang on and watch these. I thought maybe I'd have like 2 or 3 guests at most, but I've had a guest for almost every single one.
What did you think? Okay, I'm going to pop up another Hall of Fame class. You think it gets this bad? The 2013 class, it was Bruno Sammartino, Mick Foley, Bob Backlund, Trish Stratus, Booker T, and Donald Trump.
I don't think that's bad. Maybe that's just because I like Booker T and Trish Stratus.
Now, this is actually the only class that actually had actual WWE superstars. They had nobody outside of WWE.
Like, it's so funny that
except Trump, but Trump was, they put him in because he hosted 4 and 5 at his casino, and then of course the Battle of the Billionaires he did with
Battle of the Billionaires. So funny.
But I mean, that's a small class, but you can't complain. These were actual guys that did something with the company. Like, they didn't put nobody outside.
Exactly.
All right, that 2018 class. Mark Henry. I can't believe I forgot about Mark Henry.
Yeah.
Mark Henry.
What year did he go?
2018. Oh, this was when Michaels did that. I thought Michaels fucking hurt himself bad when he did that moonsault.
Yeah. Isn't this the one too where Taker does his move and he falls on the cameraman?
Yeah. Look, he's holding his wrist, and I'm like, dude, how did your knee not blow out when you hit your knee on that fucking pad?
I feel like sometimes that they go after like a bot. Like, sometimes they forget like what body part is supposed to hurt. They're like it's just like, what, like, ow, that just does not.
Let's look at another. Okay, there's another. Well, I don't know if you want to call this a bad Hall of Fame class, but you had Macho Man, class of 2015. You had Macho Man, Rikishi, Alundra Blaze, Larry Sabisco, Tatsuma Fujinami, Kevin Nash, the Bushwhackers, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then Warrior Award recipient Connor the Crusher Mahalik, the one that started Connor's Cure, that little boy that was a big Daniel Bryan fan, and he passed away from cancer.
Yeah, because he was the one that
Larry Sabisco, I don't remember him in WWE. I remember him in WCW, and then Tatsuma Fujinami, he was a New Japan WCW guy. This is where he dies. He lands on the cameraman, but look how the Undertaker landed. He landed on his neck.
Yeah, it didn't look too good.
So how does Shawn not have a blown knee and Undertaker not have a broken neck? That was scary. Like, we were like,
and it's like I don't think the cameraman was ready for all that.
We didn't sit down. I'm standing up holding my dick because I need to piss so bad. I'm like, is the Undertaker? And they're like, check on the cameraman. And of course,
this is like the longest match of the night.
And thank God nothing funny happened, because if I'd have probably pissed myself laughing. 2016 class: Sting, The Godfather, Boss Man, Jacqueline, Stan Hansen, The Fabulous Freebirds, and Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg was my favorite.
I love Snoop, but what did he need to go on the Hall of Fame for? Because he hosted.
What do you mean? He hosted Bunny Mania.
You think that cameraman is an indie wrestler holding the camera, or was that an actual camera guy?
I mean, it had to be. It had to be. No, it had to be. I always think about that too. I'm like, these people that they find in the audience, I wonder when they set them.
Oh, and you can't forget Warrior Award recipient Joan London, who was a breast cancer survivor, and she was the host of Good Morning America.
That's right. Okay.
Warrior Award winner. 2017 class: Kurt Angle, Theodore Long, Diamond Dallas Page, Beth Phoenix, Rick Rude, the Rock and Roll Express, and Warrior Award winner Eric LeGrand, who was a former football player for Rutgers, and he was the
See,
one
I think that was a really good one.
that got paralyzed from the neck
Yeah.
down.
Oh, I remember
20
I cried during his speech. Those speeches get me emotional because of like everything I've been through and everything. Like it's like crazy. Like
the 2018 recipient was my boy Jarius, JJ Robinson, the little short black kid.
oh, bro, I love him. He's
The one
so
that's the one that hates the Miz so much.
oh, it's so great. Did you ever have you seen that one? Have you seen that one little kid that does it for football? He does the announcing and he does like the announcing after the games and everything. I think is it Jeremiah or something like that.
I don't know.
He said, "Count."
2019 class: the Honky Tonk Man, Tori Wilson, Brutus Beefcake, DX, Harlem Heat, the Hart Foundation, and then the Warrior Award was Sue Atkinson. But I bitched about Brutus going in the Hall of Fame because I didn't think he did much, and I bitched about Tori Wilson going in the Hall of Fame.
Why, you didn't think Tori deserved it?
No, she was just eye candy.
I mean, she was. You're right.
And then this is when the classes started really getting bad. Like 2020 was JBL, the British Bulldog, Jushin Thunder Liger, the NWO, the Bella Twins, and William Shatner. Well, Bella Twins, I bitched about them going in, and I bitched.
That was the year that Batista was supposed to go in, though.
Yeah, and that's when COVID happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the NWO led the class. 2021. 2021, I bitched about two people, but you had Kane, Molly Holly, Eric Bischoff, the Great Khali, Rob Van Dam, and Ozzy Osbourne. I bitched about Khali and I bitched about Ozzy.
Yeah, I didn't know why. Other like I was talking about it with Justin, and I talked a little bit about it with Danielle a little bit too last night with that Pujami prison. Like that was the last time we saw the Great Khali, and that was like awful.
Plus,
like,
in last year's class, this was the shortest. This is when they only had 4 inductees, but I guess they stopped doing the Hall of Fame legacy because they didn't have one for 2022. But last year's class was Undertaker, Vader, Sharmell, the Steiner brothers, and the Warrior. Which I said is about fucking time they gave that Warrior Award to Shad. But I bitched about Sharmell going in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, sure. Sharmell was just always that good thing for like Booker. That was like she just always
she never she annoyed. No, I was fine with Undertaker, Vader, and the Steiners going in, but I was like, why is fucking Sharmell going in? The Hall of Fame legacy. I mean, I liked it. I mean, like that's what I've heard about people I never heard of. Like, I'm going back to 2016 when they first started it. There was only 2 names I've heard of, like George Hackenschmidt and Lou Thez. That's the only 2 I've ever heard of.
It's like I feel like they just came up with that just to give like somebody else like an acknowledgement or something.
Like I didn't know who Mildred Burke, Frank Gotch, Ed Strangler Lewis, Pat O'Connor, and Sailor Art Thomas were. I didn't know who these guys were. Yeah, but it was cool seeing those brown and white photos from like the early 1900s and shit.
Oh yeah.
The 2017 the 2017 legacy class, I only knew 3 people: Haystacks Calhoun, Dr. Jerry Graham, and Bearcat Wright. That's where Keith Lee got Bearcat from.
Is that?
Yeah. Then they had Martin Farmer Burns, Gene Byers, Judy Grable, Luther Lindsay, Tooth Mott, and Ricky Dosen. Oh, I heard of Ricky Dosen.
Yeah, I don't know what. I also think too the reason why there maybe wasn't as many as there was last year is because they did it after SmackDown and because of the Undertaker, or maybe that's just how they're going to do it. Maybe they only have like 4 or 5 people now. Except they started it 20 years late. They should have been doing this like you said in the beginning.
Well, the 2018 Hall of Fame legacy class, the only ones I knew were Stan Stasiak, Lord Alfred Hayes, and El Santo.
El Santo.
I think he was the very first luchador wrestler. Like he was the biggest like luchador of all time. He was like one of the most famous luchadors ever. And I don't know if he's kin to Mil Mascaras. It says he is one of the most famous and iconic Mexican luchadors, the greatest legend in Mexican sports. Black Guzman was his brother. Unless he trained Mil Mascaras, I don't know. Like they kept showing Mil Mascaras and like his shit, unless he trained him. But then they had everyone knows Lord Alfred Hayes. If you don't know who Lord Alfred Hayes is, you're a dumbass. Dara Singh, Cora Combs, Jim Londos, Rufus R. Jones, Sputnik Monroe, Boris Malenko. That's Dean Malenko's dad.
Okay. Man, did you see what Dean Malenko? I saw him in one of the
Hero,
biographies.
and Hiro Matsuda. Everyone knows him too. He trained Hulk Hogan. Hiro Matsuda trained Hogan, the Great Muta, Mr. Wonderful, Scott Hall, Lex Luger, Bob Orton, and Ron Simmons.
Man, that's a good list right there.
Hiro Matsuda. 2019 Hall of Fame legacy. There are 4 names in this Hall of Fame legacy class. The first 2 are Bruiser Brody. You heard that name.
Yeah.
Wahoo McDaniel.
Wahoo!
Everybody knows him. Luna Fashawn.
Yeah, I know Luna.
She goes in that, but she won't go into the actual hall. SD Jones, Special Delivery Jones.
Special, but
I remember he inducted Tony Atlas in the Hall of Fame. But Jim Barnett, everyone knows him. He was the founder of the He was the founder and promoter of National Wrestling Alliance, Georgia Championship Wrestling, and Australia's World Championship Wrestling.
Ooh, wow, that doesn't look. Shawn looks like he got his head stuck around the rope or something. Looked like the rope was choking him.
Professor Tanaka, never heard of him. Primo Carneria, Joseph Cohan, Hisashi Shinima. Don't even know. Oh yeah, that's when I thought that was the end right there when he went to skin the cat and he caught him with the tombstone. And then he kicks out.
Was there a moment where you really thought Shawn had it? Was there any moment during this match?
All this right here. This when the Undertaker had that iconic moment, his face.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his face. He was like, damn.
After every 2 count after the cameraman went down, we were like, oh, holy crap, it's still going on. And they were chanting, this is awesome. This is wrestling. Oh, too bad that Fight Forever wasn't a chant at the time. They'd have definitely cheered that. But yeah. I thought that was it right there. And the Undertaker's reaction was the fucking
shit. They still show that reaction.
There's only 2 names in the 2020 legacy class I know: Dr. Death Steve Williams and Brickhouse Brown. Only 2 I know. Crippler Ray Stevens, Baron Michelle Leone, and Gary Hart. Never heard of them. And then the last legacy class they ever had: Dick the Bruiser, Pistol Pez Watley, Buzz Sawyer, Ethel Johnson, and Paul Bosch. I know who Buzz Sawyer is. Yeah, that's your Hall of Fame legacy inductees they've all ever had. I doubt they'll ever have it again. I think the one induction I can always watch that lives rent free in my head was Eddie's induction.
I say I've never watched his full induction ceremony.
Oh, it's so emotional.
That's one of those things. I want to, but I kind of don't, and it's I don't know.
Well, that was the only time ever that a guy had more than one inductor. He had 3. Benoit, Chavo, and Ray, all 3 inducted him.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember watching the build for 22 when I rewatched it last week and everything, and I kind of forgot he went in. I knew he did. I just didn't know if it was 2006 or if it was a couple years after.
No, he got inducted 3 or 4 months after he passed away.
Oh, that's right, because it did happen. It happened in November. That's right.
He died in November of 2005, and he got inducted April of 2006.
That's so crazy.
They had WrestleMania. They had the Hall of Fame ceremony on April Fool's Day because the WrestleMania 22 date was April 2nd.
Yeah, because I forgot where they did it here in Chicago.
At the Rosemont Theater.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's downtown, but
yeah, it is.
And they did WrestleMania 22 at the Allstate Arena.
literally has not changed. They showed the outside a few
Why?
times watching
Well,
it.
this is why I've always wondered. Maybe I think I asked him this. Maybe he answered it for me. Why? I mean, why don't you just have it at the United Center? Why do you want to
I
go to a smaller arena?
I I'm telling you the same thing. I don't know why they don't. I don't know why they don't do it at like if it was nicer, like if they did it like why I don't know why they couldn't do it at like one of the state baseball stadiums or something. They do it at like the Diamondbacks or the
We'll
who was the
see.
other one they did?
I don't know how cold it gets in Chicago in early
I mean,
April.
it does get pretty cold, but I mean, like if like a WrestleMania is in April and they started at like 6 o'clock, like it wouldn't be like too cold until like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
WWE,
And
dear WWE, if you can have WrestleMania at MetLife and you're going to have it at Lincoln Financial next year, you can have WrestleMania either at Soldier Field. Probably will be
that's
Soldier
right,
Field.
Soldiers Field too. I didn't even mention Soldiers Field. I just
It would
mentioned
go
baseball.
there. It would
Dude,
go there. I don't see it. I don't see it going to Wrigley or the White Sox
Oh,
Stadium.
either do I. I'm just saying, like, if they were.
Soldier, look, he just sweet chin music him right there. I thought that was
Yeah,
it there.
that was the one I thought that it was over. I was like, damn, this shit's over.
Because we literally thought the streak was going to end. Like Shawn was hanging in there. I'm like, what if Shawn breaks the streak? That would be the perfect candidate. But no, I was there when Brock ended it, and we still say Brock shouldn't have been the one to end the streak. Everyone said it should have been Roman Reigns.
I don't know if it should have been Roman or I don't know. Like it just
Well, Triple H and Shawn were the only two to be so close, but
yeah. Well,
I said
these next 4 matches from 25 to 29, the matches are phenomenal. The two with Shawn and the two with Triple H are the great.
the Punk one was great, but I knew Punk wasn't going to beat him.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, that storyline with Punk was fantastic. With the urn, with Heyman talking like Paul Bearer, all of it.
Well, yeah. WrestleMania 35 was a good WrestleMania, but it was just too long. So that's why I'll always say I rather 29 over 35 at MetLife.
Oh, they're so long. And the fact that MetLife got 2 in 6 years irritates me.
Look at New Orleans; they got 2 in 4 years.
I know what the hell.
Don't blame me. I when I heard WrestleMania 34, I was actually upset because I was like, that's too soon, and now I gotta save money again. Like I needed a break.
He's like, damn it, I gotta go again. True.
They're like, you don't have to go. I said, no, I have to be there.
That's what I said. As soon as they do the WrestleMania thing that says it's coming to anywhere near close to Chicago, 2025, 2026, whatever the hell it is, I'm saving starting that day.
WWE, they could do WrestleMania in Jackson, Mississippi. I won't be there. It's the fucking Superdome. You have to be there. It's the Superdome, people. One of the most famous dome stadiums in the world that hosted everything, and you got to be there for WrestleMania.
Oh yes, you do. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things, and that's why, like, if I'm gonna go to one, I want to go to like the Access. I want to do it all.
Now, if you ask me which one did you like, 30 was better than 34.
Yeah,
30. It was Daniel Bryan's story basically that made it so perfect. The whole show perfect. Now, if you're comparing, I thought 34 set was better than 30s. They went more Mardi Gras for 34 than 30.
They did. Definitely.
30. All they cared about was 30 years of WrestleMania.
It was like 20. All they cared about was the 20-year anniversary.
I mean, the set was cool. All it was the logo. Yeah, this is where he wins right here.
He made one mistake. One mistake. That's all I hear in my head after watching this and watching him do that move. All I can play in my head is one mistake.
What if he would have kicked out of that?
Oh my God. We would still be here.
But I saw his straps were down. I'm like, that's it. It's got to be over. And yeah.
Oh God.
I remember we were doing this. We were doing that. And then I hauled ass to the bathroom.
He's like, I need to go.
And I didn't miss anything. Luckily nobody was in the bathroom. Usually any time of the night it's packed with people.
Oh, that was probably like the perfect time to go because nobody was leaving.
No, and as soon as I got out, then some people started making their way, and I was able to see him like celebrate like do the pose, and you saw 17-0 and the Titantron, the lights go out.
True.
Yeah, I was taking a piss while all this was going on, while they're both laying out on the canvas, and then Undertaker just slowly rose.
What a great match.
Yes, it was, and I know I talked about fucking shitty Hall of Fame throughout it.
Hey,
but I've watched this match. I've watched it every year since 2009. Once a year.
Well, and that's how I am too. Where like I said, the last 2 years I haven't, but before I would do that. So there's definitely been times
the first 4 years.
I learned more about the Hall of Fame. I was gonna go and look up all this, so you helped me save some time. I don't have to go look it up now.
I was at this event, so I lived to see it and tell the tale. Yeah. Like the after 2009, the first 4 years I watched it again, and I was still glued of how great it was. And it's like, it's a WrestleMania tradition. I go back and watch 17 every year, 22 every year, and I'll rotate around. Like, I'll watch this one, or I'll go back and watch 30. But no, this year I decided to just go back and watch this one because you invited me to come on. But 2021, I watched this 30 and 34 all the same year because I was doing a countdown episode. My top 10 WrestleManias of all time. I had this one number 3 or 4, I think.
Like I said, they change a few things around with the card. This probably is one of the best ones, but it just like, this is how the WrestleMania should have ended. So just like me and Justin talked about how with WrestleMania 18 with Rock and Hogan.
Yeah.
That's how it should have. Or no, it wasn't Justin. It was oh my god, I forgot who I even had on the show.
So I'm gonna cheat here. I went back on Spotify. I went back when I started doing my mini show Back to the Mania that we're just not gonna do anymore. Episode 31 was my first. So season 1 of Back to the Mania, I did my top 10 WrestleManias of all time. Favorite from 10 to 1. Number 10 was WrestleMania 20. What do you think of that one?
Yeah, I mean, I liked it just because there were like a few good things, but I mean, like I could see where you see that at 10 because there wasn't like especially like the stuff with like Taker and Kane, and then like I mean, I think the biggest thing about that whole one was it was all about Benoit and Eddie, like it was about them having that moment at the end.
Number 9, I had WrestleMania 24.
So I watched that one last night, and I said it was one of my favorites. And after rewatching it last night, I really don't know why it was one of my favorites.
It was my favorite because it was the first WrestleMania I ever watched that was outside.
That's what I said. That's the same thing I said. I'm like, it was outside. It was maybe that's what it was. But yeah, I don't like rewatching it.
Oh, I forgot Evander Holyfield was in attendance over there. It was it was the first time ever it was in the state of Florida. And it was my senior year in high school, so yeah, that was awesome. Oh my god, look at that fucking antique cell phone on the laptop.
Oh, I know, right, bro? Like, watching it and seeing like the flip phones and like the slide phones or the razor phones are so great compared to now. That's all you see are these phones.
Number 8, I had WrestleMania 28.
28. That was once in a lifetime.
No. I'm sorry. 34 was number 8. I'm sorry. WrestleMania 34. The one in New Orleans. The last one they did. Number 7 was 28.
20.
Rock Cena.
Yeah. See, Rock and Cena was just the biggest thing to that one. Besides, like, you take away the Rock and Cena, I mean, like, I guess the Punk and Jericho was, like, okay. But, like, it wasn't, like, but they're really – because wasn't that Team Johnny versus Team Teddy?
Oh, my God. I don't want to talk about that.
But why?
So that match was horrible.
So bad.
Number 6, I had WrestleMania 18. Rock Hogan, Jericho, Triple H.
That was another one. Like I said, the ending just was not very good.
All right. Before I reveal the top 5, I'm watching the video package of this triple threat. I just watched Edge fucking make out with long hair Vickie Guerrero. I was glad they put Cena in this match because I remember how pissed I was. I said, I am not going to a WrestleMania and it's Edge and Big Show. And I'm like, you got to put Cena in this fucking match, please.
And it's like one of those things. It's like, that's why it sucks buying like tickets to these. It's like, you don't know what's going to happen. It's like you buy the tickets.
I didn't care. And I was already pissed about Triple H and Randy Orton being a title match, but they were making the storyline good. But
Bro, the storyline was so good to that match.
but
Oh,
I didn't. The match was boring. But I was like,
oh, I know.
Cena made this storyline. My favorite
Oh,
part.
it's so great.
My favorite part of the video package is coming.
Vickie,
You
you
got
got some
some explaining
explaining
to
to do.
do. You had the nerve to slap Big Show's ass. That made it more funnier. Why? I hate the Big Show. What? Look at Edge's face.
He's so mad. He's like, you son, what'd you do?
that Paul Bear look. She's like crying, and he got that. Look, Cena's face.
John
Big
Cena,
Show's like, I fucked up.
John
Ed's
Cena
like,
got in a
you
love triangle he didn't want to be in.
No, he just wanted that title. Like, is he wasn't gonna have a WrestleMania match? Now my number 5, I put WrestleMania 19.
Yeah. That one was, I think, had a lot of good matches. I don't know. There was a lot of them that I've watched so far that I thought were a lot better than maybe they actually were.
I used to watch that one every year too, because it used to be a big favorite a long time ago. Like 19 and 20, like 2, I used to watch every year.
Yeah. 19 I always liked because it was in the Mariners Stadium.
Yeah, safe now. It's Safeco Field, but now it's called T-Mobile Park. Like, that's a nice little. Plus, they were in Pacific time, so it was mostly daylight. But it was must have been a cloudy day because I didn't even see a ray of sunlight. But
Yeah.
It looked cool. I bet the weather was nice over there. Late March, it's probably like a little windy, spring weather, not like hot or cold or rainy or nothing because you're actually indoors. But it kind of felt like they were outside, but the roof was closed, but it's part of the set. Like in the outfield, you could see the sky and everything, and it makes it look like it's outdoors, but it's indoors. They could have had the roof open if they wanted, but I guess they were worried about it raining, so they.
That's why I just think every stadium should have a dome, like a retractable dome, I should say.
Yeah. This one we're doing was number 4. WrestleMania 25 was number 4. Number 3 was WrestleMania 30.
30, yeah.
That
story that they told throughout the whole night, I think will just always be just great.
Yeah, I've never seen that many yes people do the yes chant.
That was
75,157 chanting yes.
Yeah.
Number 2 was WrestleMania 22. A WrestleMania I have to watch every year. Because of that man. Edge and Mick Foley's hardcore match was one of my favorite WrestleMania match. Behind Undertaker, Shawn Michaels.
The Vince and Shawn was good. Even though it wasn't too long, that moment for Ray was great. Triple H and John Cena.
Them main eventing was probably a smarter choice, but that was like Ray should have main evented.
Yeah. Definitely. I think that's the only thing that I dislike about that WrestleMania is that that match didn't get enough time. But I mean, it's still.
Did you see CM Punk as one of the gangsters for Cena's entrance?
Yeah. Every time I pointed it out when I was watching it,
and they kept showing him. I'm like,
I know, right? If you go back and watch it, they show him like 4 times. It's like, and then the following year he competes in the Money in the Bank, right? Money in the Bank.
And nobody. Well, I mean, I'm sure people in Chicago recognized him, but
yeah.
I didn't know who he was. I didn't know he was a fucking huge Ring of Honor star, and then he goes into ECW.
You just not. That's why I always pay attention to all the extra people. Now you never know.
Well,
you never know who these people are.
I got 2 you probably knew about. Okay, my favorite Undertaker entrance of all time was WrestleMania 29 with the hands, like trying to grab him.
Did you know who the hands were?
One of them was Big E.
One of them was Brody. One of
like
them
Luke,
was,
like Luke Harper.
Yeah. One of them was Xavier, and it was all those guys. It was like all those guys.
They were wearing red bodysuits.
Yeah, because Woods was on Up, Up, Down, Down. They play My GM mode and everything with Tyler Breeze, and he was talking about it. He was telling the story about how him and Brody, and I think it was Rowan. It was all of those guys. Like at the time, I forgot who else was in that class.
Well, and Triple H's entrance at WrestleMania 30, the 3 women in his entrance was
Alexa,
and Sasha. Yep.
That's so like that. You just never know. You got to pay attention. Oh, goddamn Siri, bro. I don't know what my problem is with my TV. For some reason, Siri just randomly turns on and then changes the channel.
Well, I paused at 2:42:23.
That's exactly where I'm at.
All right, 3, 2, 1,
Go.
play.
You can play. Funny as hell.
I'll probably leave after maybe this match, and of course, my number one is WrestleMania 17.
Yeah, rewatching that one was like,
but
just like
I'm gonna
like
eventually.
So good.
I'm up this one. Yeah, this one they all the National Guard. Nobody knew. Everyone thought that was like no. I said no. That's all members of the National Guard.
See, I didn't know that. That's so cool.
That's like soldiers. That was so cool. They all dressed like Cena. I
Like,
thought that was like fans or something, and then I found out no,
I was thinking
soldiers.
like fans or something like that. But it's so funny because like all of them like they all kind of look like them in like a little bit shape or form. Like,
and I found out it's all soldiers from the National Guard. I'm like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Everyone loved his entrance from WrestleMania 26, where the Marines were flipping the guns.
Yeah, that was good too.
My favorite John Cena WrestleMania entrance, probably this one, or the one in Chicago.
Yeah,
but I didn't care for the 23 one where he came out in the fucking Ford Mustang, and then the WrestleMania 24 one when they had Florida A&M's band play his song, and then 27 with the choir. That was I hated the MGK performance.
Well, see, I love MGK, so I love that entrance just because I like MGK, and that song is like stuck in my head. But
they were booing him.
I know. And that's so funny. The more and more I watch it, and the more and more I see, I didn't realize how many people like hated MGK and everything. I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, you know. I thought it was great when Kevin Owens power bombed his ass off the stadium, off the stage and everything.
That was better than Mae Young getting power bombed off the stage.
I recently watched that like on SmackDown as I was watching the build. I think it was 17 or 18 WrestleMania. And it was just so funny, like watching it, like knowing they literally did that to Mae Young. It's like, what?
That shows you how tough she is.
Yeah, bro, and how old she was. Like she did a lot of stuff. And then I found the Raw that she gave birth to the baby. I was trying to figure out which one that was. I was like, what is going on? I was like, oh my, because I'm still trying to figure out like the Raws, like the milk truck and everything. Because I've been watching like so much wrestling lately. It's kind of gross, but trying to do my homework so I know what the hell I'm talking about. There's a lot of things I forget.
Like there was a lot of wrong in this triple threat. Like I always said, Big Show didn't need to be in this match.
No, he did it. Like this is the Edge and John Cena match we probably should have got at WrestleMania that everybody talks about now. That would be so cool to see Edge and John Cena wrestle.
If they did what they did at Backlash 2009, it would have been perfect.
That's right. They did face each other at Backlash. That's right.
And Edge won the title back. That's when I'll never forget Michael Cole repeating that over and over. Big Show choke slamming Cena through a 7,000 watt searchlight.
That's why I don't. That's right. That's why. That's right.
That's not the part that keeps getting me. The part that gets me was when Cena AA'd him in the fucking crowd. And they caught him. And I'm like, thank God there was no elderly woman or no kid in that mosh pit that caught him. I heard that was some indie wrestlers they hired for that part. But it makes it look like it's fans.
Yeah.
But I kept re-looked it up. And every time I rewatched that scene, I said, that's got to be wrestlers that caught him. Like indie guys from Rhode Island or Boston. They were in Providence that night. I was like, it's got to be wrestlers from Boston, Rhode Island area that caught Edge. And they all fell with them because the way they like, it's like they catch them and they all just fell back and like held his balance.
Yeah, like they all know what to do. It's like, yeah, fans don't know that. Come on. That's why I thought it was so funny. Like people got so upset with like everything MJF did with the fan at the Revolution pay-per-view. And it's like,
hey, I heard Amanda Huber like fussed at him for that.
Yeah, and it's just like, but it's just like those are the types of things where it's just like we don't see that anymore, and like obviously maybe like he shouldn't have done it, but it just like makes the thing feel a little bit more real. Like, damn, MJF's like a real asshole. And
I love it.
shit, that kid probably got everything. He got signed, he got tickets, he got everything. So
I love that meme where it's like Austin flipping off Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 14. Oh, I just retweeted it. Shawn Michaels that says daylight savings. Me, middle finger.
I know what you're talking about. That's
I
so funny.
just retweeted. You gotta follow 2000s WWE on Twitter. They post awesome shit.
Oh man, it's so great.
This was
The right hands.
Well, we know what happens here. Like later in the match, Big Show gets tackled. Big Show runs into the barricade and falls through it. Then the double trying to do a double AA. Then Cena wins. I think I'm tapping out for the rest of the night. This was awesome.
I mean, hey, man, I appreciate you staying as long as you have. That's whenever you want. I told you, whenever you want to go, just let me know.
All right, but I will say you can find me on Twitter at
Yeah, Marcus,
MarkSlee337.
before you go, if you want to let everybody know where to find you, let everybody know what you got coming up, all the
Um,
handles.
yeah, we got quite a bit coming up. We got we're recording WrestleMania 14 tomorrow. We're going to release it on 316 day. We started doing weekly live streams. We got a live stream coming up this Thursday on our YouTube channel. You subscribe to our YouTube channel or on Twitch or on our Facebook page to watch these
I'll
live
make
streams.
sure, if you want to text me the link too, I'll make sure to put it in the description for you so it's easier for people to find you.
Okay. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at MarcusLee337. You can find the podcast on Twitter at World Elite Pod. We're sponsored by 80s Tees and W Energy. You can go to w.gg and use our promo code World Elite Pod to get 10% off. Go to 80stees.com. Use our promo code World Elite to get 30% off of your order. We're free and available wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to give us that 5-star rating or review. But I mean, we're everywhere. Spreaker, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio. We're everywhere.
Well, there you go. Make sure you go follow them.
And if you want to scroll down, go and listen to Royal Rumble 2009. We had Tino on, plus Justin Bear on as well, and we talked Royal Rumble 09, and that was a fun one.
Yeah, and it leads up to this one. So if they have not watched it yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, all right, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming and hanging out as long as you have. Have a good Sunday, and I'll definitely talk to you soon.
I know. I need to catch up on. I'm caught up on Biography Legends. I gotta watch Kane's episode.
I'm so far behind, bro. I need to start watching them. I haven't watched any of them.
I can tell you, the Jake the Snake one. If you watched, his dad. Oh fuck, what was his dad's name? Jake's dad. They did an episode of him on Dark Side of the Ring, and it was so dark. Like it was so like when I mean bad, like his background of like raping women and shit and raping teenagers.
Yeah,
that's how I felt like I was watching his dad's episode all over again. Whatever his dad's name is, because they keep bringing it up.
Oh, I forget.
But China's episode was so fucking sad.
Was it? Oh, see, that's what I'm not ready for.
Especially what they did with her remains.
Oh God, don't tell me. I want to find out, but
But like, they even showed like clips of China, like maybe like weeks or months before she passed, and she looked terrible.
Oh, did she?
Terrible.
Oh, is that the first one? What was the first one this year for the biography?
No, episode 1 was the NWO.
Oh, that's right. It was NWO.
They've only done. They did that, then Jake the Snake, then China, then Kane. But I thought they're obviously. I don't know if they're going to do more. Like they only advertised those 4, and they advertised the Iron Sheik. But I think they're going to do more because WWE Rivals. They've only been advertising 5 rivals. They did Hogan Andre as the first episode. They did Undertaker Mankind, and then they've been advertising John Cena Edge, Trish Lita, and another rivalry. Triple H Batista, and they're about to drop. They just dropped Rock Cena last week. I'm like, you didn't advertise that. I thought you were only doing 5 episodes. So
yeah,
no,
because isn't it on? Which ones are on tonight? Isn't tonight the Rock and Cena?
No, tonight is or Triple H Batista.
Oh, okay.
It's one of them two. I think it's Triple H Batista.
Yeah, I forget which one it is.
So. I wish they would do another season of Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I hope they come back with the most wanted treasures too. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, they are. They're doing a season 2 because they've advertised on their commercial. They advertised 2 items I really want to see happen. Like season 1, all they focused on was the butterfly robe.
That's all they wanted was that goddamn butterfly robe, bro.
Well, season 2, there's 2 items they are fucking going after. They want Macho Man's crown. The king, remember when Macho Man was king of the ring?
No. Jordan said he woke up to watching Vickie and Big Show kissing. I just thought it was funny. I was like, that's a great way to wake up, huh?
Yeah. Well, there's an item. I'm not even gonna say an item. There's something bigger they're going after, and I guarantee you it's gonna be the season finale. They are looking for the tank, the DX tank.
Oh God.
The one they rode to Nitro in.
Bro. Oh my God.
Not the one that they rode in for the Hall of Fame. No, the one they rode into Nitro 25 years ago. That's the one they're looking for.
Oh man.
I want to see how much they're gonna. I'm gonna say a couple million.
I have so much stuff that I think I have a lot of stuff, and then I watch that show and I'm like, I don't have anything good. I'm like, I don't want you to come to my house.
I wonder who they're gonna put on the road with like Mick Foley or whoever. They're looking for those. Like they did Top Dollar last year.
Yeah, I know. Top Dollar was doing it until he signed with WWE. Like until he was actually started performing.
Well, I saw there's gonna be like a couple episodes. They're gonna put Booker T and Lita on the road.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mick's supposed to go on the road for a couple of them, but no. I want to like the butterfly robe got bought back for $70,000. I want to see how that tank is going to probably be a couple million.
Oh yeah, easily.
I can't wait. I guarantee you that's going to be the season finale. But
for sure.
They start that after WrestleMania. So Most Wanted Treasures airs either.
Did they give it a release date?
They said it was either after the night of WrestleMania Night 2 or the Sunday after WrestleMania.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be in April. So if it's not April 2nd, it'll be April 9th.
Yeah, probably April 9th, most likely.
Because right now they're just doing biography and then Rivals. But Rivals is an hour episode. Biographies is 2 hours.
Yeah.
But
I love both of them. I've just not been able to have time to watch them because I like watching them like in order.
Now watch the season finale. Like if the DX tank is the season finale, I bet you it'll be a 2-hour episode like the butterfly robe.
Yeah, that's right. The Ric Flair one was 2 hours.
And fucking Conrad was on the episode. Conrad was the one that bought the robe back for WWE. He gave the man $70,000.
So nuts.
Plus, I'll never forget. It was kind of sad. There was but what the guy wanted, he wanted a bunch of shit. He wanted a robe that Ric Flair wore at a WCW event.
We got Dylan in the house. What's up, Dylan? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Appreciate it.
Why don't you? Well, I know he probably don't remember WrestleMania 25. I was gonna say, give him the link and let him come talk in, but he wouldn't know. He'd have to get on his laptop and pop up where we're at right now.
I mean, if you want to send him the link, I mean
I mean, I could send it to him. He loved your logo design.
Yeah, the Tino's Time one. My cousin did it for me when I first started it. I was trying to have him do it.
No, I'm talking about you loved his the New World logo.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about my logo. I'm like, I thought.
No, I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You commented on our new logo.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah. I thought you were talking about my logo because I know we talked about that. Okay, never mind. My bad. What Cena? Yeah, Cena, Thuganomics. Not this one. No, he didn't come out to Thuganomics. This one, did he?
No. The soldiers did.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. The soldiers did. They teased us, Jordan.
That was another pyro. Oh, we ain't got to that part yet. That was the part where, like, when Cena raised up the big old belt and the pyro popped above, and I'm like, I didn't realize that part came, and it scared the hell out of us too.
He's like, oh shit.
All right, my phone's fixing to die too. So all right. I was watching it on my laptop, but I gotta make a phone call too. And
All
then
right.
but I'll holla at you. Thank you again. We're gonna have to bring you back on our show in the future.
Yeah,
And if you ever
definitely. We'll
do
have to figure it out.
another, do you always do watch alongs, or this is just for like Mania season?
So I started the retro series and I'm gonna continue to do retro pay-per-views. I just wanted to do WrestleMania since it's WrestleMania season. But yeah, I'm gonna continue to do retro pay-per-views. I'm just thinking about doing like I want to do the ECW one night stand with Cena and RVD.
I did.
want to do
I did that. I did that a few years ago. I did
I
05
want
and
to do like a bunch of those that like maybe ones that were in the showcase mode for 2K and stuff like that.
I did 05 and 06 together as one episode a couple years back. We have that down.
Definitely, man. Whenever you want to come on again, or whenever I have time, we'll definitely have to figure out something again. And then when I do WrestleManias next year, we'll figure out one of the older ones you come on.
Oh, if we do one night stand, especially 05, I'll definitely come on that one because what JBL did that night, I laughed my ass off.
It's well, yeah, man. Thank you so much for coming on. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll definitely have you on.
When they all were walking up with their tickets, and
He's still got the ticket. He's got
no.
the ticket.
This is a LSU ticket. I'm using.
Oh, okay. I was like, all I saw was blue. I was like, you still got the ticket.
No, this was an Alabama game I saved. No, they were walking up with their tickets, and when he got in the balcony, this was after Ray had his match with Psychosis. I'll still never get that. He's like laughing. He's like, "I got a ticket, you little Mexican." It's like, what a fucking asshole.
Well, I think that's a perfect way to let you go, man. Thank you so much for coming.
All right.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. Thank you.
Have a nice
see you
day.
next time. You too.
See ya. Everybody, thank you, Marcus, coming on, hanging out just at the 3-hour mark. We're still here. We're going to be watching. We got John Cena, Edge, and Big Show. And then we still got the main event people. It's Triple H and Randy Orton for the WWE title. So, your boy Tino, still here with you guys. I ain't going nowhere. Thank you, Dylan, so much for stopping by. I appreciate it, bro. And yeah, as we talked about, I love your new logo, man. Sorry, I thought he was asking me about my logo. I thought he said he loved my logo. I was like, oh, thanks. But yeah, man, we got to figure out something. We got to hang out with Dylan, you know. We could team up on Marcus. Saves the matchup. Handsome and attractive. Yeah. Not Hayden, but why is Cena? Because honestly, like me and Marcus were saying, Jordan, I think Cena should have been in this match. If it was Edge and Big Show, I don't know how well it would have went. So, yeah. Oh, we saw that was the moment he did the 2 FUs, attitude adjustments. Attitude adjustment to Big Show. Attitude adjustment to Edge. And then he does the 1, the 2, and the 3. And we got ourselves a new world heavyweight champion. And the man, the myth, the legend, the 16-time world champion, John Cena. But guys, it is now time for the main event here on WrestleMania 25. It is the game Triple H taking on Randy Orton for the WWE title. So guys, while we do that and while we go to the main event, I've had to go to the bathroom since the beginning of this match. So we're going to take a quick intermission here, guys. Tino's going to take a bathroom break, go get a drink of water real quick, and we're going to come back here and we're going to watch the main event of WrestleMania 25 and finish out this next episode here on the WrestleMania Throwback Series. So guys, don't go nowhere, and your boy Tino will be right back after this commercial break.
Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what work is. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what thirst is. I've had a taste of evil and tried to cure the sickness, but I just keep my head down and focus on the facts. I'm setting down gravel while you just follow the path. I'll lead them into battle while you're just too scared to act. I'll leave the knife right in my back. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling.
And we're back, everybody. Thank you guys all staying here. Sorry about that. But it's main event time. But before that, we got the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. I'm back in, Hassan. Hassan's back in. What's up, Hassan? Cowboy Bill Watts. You got quick back. Yep, I told you quick. I didn't want to waste no time. It's almost, we might finish this before 10 o'clock. We will finish this before 10 o'clock. What's up, Mick? What's up, bro? Thanks for coming and hanging out. I appreciate you. How you doing, bro? We got Mr. McMahon. Huh? He very well might be. No, it's not. It's not Texas without Austin. Facts. No. Are you coming up tomorrow? Yup, we'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here next week as usual. Because Stone Cold says so. Austin. No. Two 2009. The Funk Brothers. Kevin, Von, Eric. You got 8 people here. What's up, guys? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Steve Austin. WE class of no. What, you guys really think Stone Cold was going to do all that? Come on now. Steve Austin. He's back. A nice little booster up before the main event. It should be interesting to see how long and how they do all this year. Vintage Stone Cold. Around the globe. Saluted. Haluded. Let's get the main event up and going for you guys. No. Stone Cold makes a lot of appearances after 25. Oh, yeah. You already know, guys. He said, I'm not driving. Do. Just to think, he fights in Texas 14 years later. Dallas, in Jerry's world, or I should say 13 years later. This year's WrestleMania 39. He still looks the same. He looks like he hasn't aged. Can you give me a hell yeah? Let's go. But first, March 2010. And entertainment comes to the desert. WrestleMania 26 going to Arizona, everybody. Mick, I'm actually, so next year, what I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about starting it a little bit earlier. And I want to do 1 through 14 or 1 through 15. And then I want to do 34, 5, 6, 7. And then the following year, I think I'll do 38. We broke another attendance record. So, Mick, 35, you want to come on next year, bro? Let's do it. So, not only did I get to 7 days, but the time I let it out, so... War Machine. The main event. Maybe shouldn't have been the main event. Five years. This build was so good. Turned his back. This Randy Orton was so good. Do WCW Super Brawl 2. What happened to What happened to that show? I'll tell you. I'll be honest. I don't know any of the WCW shows. Like, I have not watched any of those. I've watched a bunch of like WCW shows, but I've never really watched any of the pay-per-views. Like the weekly, like the weekly shows and stuff. Mick, what happened to that one, bro? Exactly what I was doing. Tired time. Cody Rhodes, guys, helping. helping Randy Orton, WrestleMania 25. 14 years later, main eventing against Roman Reigns. No knee pads, Cody. We all loved him. Straight to hell. That's right, he kissed her too. That's right, he did. He was like, give me that lick lop. Everything comes at WrestleMania. Guys, watch Keith Lee be one of the security guards. Oh, it's Vince. It's Shane. And it's the game. He's like, oh shit. Let's see. Such a great build and such a bad match. Well, let's watch it anyway, guys. We here. Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I just remember it bad. Championship.
Now for the owners of PPV, if the champion gets disqualified or gets counted out, he will lose
His championship. The Moses are broken. We saw crashing in our fate. I see questions flying. I see this is lying, and I never should be able to. Let's just do it main event time. You think to me, they understand. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Things that I will do, they come in things I'll do to you. They talk to me. Racing in dolphin. He does his life. Happy sacrifice. Voices in my head, they come to me.
generations. The WWE title is the one thing left that Randy Orton can take from Triple H. He said, it's like he said to the McMahon family, it's like their coat of arms. It's synonymous with their family name. Randy Orton has been a world champion on 3 different occasions. I wanted for him. I think the motivation for this match entirely, all 3 times, his reigns have been handed by the Kane. Well, he's the youngest ever world champion. 24 years of age, one big history. And that history may last years and years to come because vision, think about it. The skills one must have it. The top guy. He made. It was the night after he won that championship. Triple H turned his back on Randy Orton, and Orton said he made it bad to ruin Triple H's life.
Yes, it's the main event, Hassan.
To take away from you what you hold dear. I don't see any redeeming qualities there. I'll tell you.
Who's gonna play it? This game, you're gonna play me. Shattered glass. Let's go. Here comes the game. I want that spinner belt so bad. Randy Orton did a lot of messed up stuff in the storyline.
Keeping the title or destroying Randy Orton? I don't think you can do both. Well, let's put it this way. The most important thing in this match is for Randy Orton to win the WWE title.
Yes, I want the spinner belt. Yes, that's the first belt I'm buying to my collection.
The question is, obviously,
Yes, sir.
contrary to rules,
Introducing first, the challenger from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 245 pounds, Randy Orton. And from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 255 pounds, he is the
WWE champion. Triple H. Yes, sir, it is, Hassan. Yes, it is. Randy Orton handcuffs Triple H. Yup. Man, what's up, Team Forward? Thanks for coming and hanging out, bro. Appreciate it. I just looked at my Twitter, and I don't know why, but 2 of the posts I made just sent. So, gotta love it. Stupid phone, people. I love technology. Because sarcastic as hell. I hope so. One day, Hassan. One day, Tino going to be sitting in that Hall of Fame. Count on it. What's up, Jadis? Technology, bro. It's dead ass. Literally. What's up, Jadis? How you doing, bro? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Got a haircut? Oh, look at that. Jadis be styling and profiling. Jadis, look at you, bro. Bro, did you get that fade? What'd you get? There's Marcus, guys, in the Hell in the Cell from WrestleMania Access back in 2009. Nice enough to join us for most of the show. Thank you, Marcus, coming hanging out. Appreciate it, bro. We still got 7 people here. Appreciate everybody. Still here. Hassan got a haircut too. Boom. The anger. He said, I'm going to try to revive myself real quick. Counting down on the challenger. Jadis, you're funny, bro. Troll. Jadis, you be styling, bro. I see you. Hey, look who's back from his timeout yesterday. Wow, Chumblebee, you timed him out so then he couldn't come in for the whole episode today? Damn, Chumblebee, I didn't tell you to do all that. I told you to do it for like 20 seconds. Damn, Chumblebee out here taking advantage of his rights of being Mr. Moderator. Damn, guys, Chumblebee was supposed to be here for this live stream 5 hours ago. Everybody yell at Chumblebee. Where's he at? Nah, he didn't. Time me out. He said. Funny as hell. That's okay. We had Jordan moderator. Jordan might become the new moderator, new Mr. Moderator. Oh God, don't be having a block fest, guys. YouTube's gonna end up blocking you guys both from Tino's time. He's just laughing at you. They ain't gonna help you out. Who, me or him? Him has a name. No wonder why you. I know why. Don't worry about what I'm doing, Jadis. Jadis, we talked about this already, bro. I thought we've talked about this. Jadis, send me what you think I'm doing. Text me what you think I'm doing. He says, I know what. You're funny, Jadis. Just sent it. Hell yeah. Hell yes. You know it, Jadis. Funny as hell. Kick to the face. 1, 2. Boom. Boom. Chumblebee, where you at, bro? Where you at? I'm still waiting for you.
When he needed to make the counter, the King did exactly that. This is about the WWE Championship.
WWE Championship, everybody. Boom. 1, 2.
I seen a lot of people get beat with that maneuver right there. So if you can, over the years, those things catch you out of nowhere, drive the air out of you. Or the back of your head hit that mat, and you're out of it for 3 seconds, and then you're no longer the champion when you realize where you're at. Orton has a very disturbing way of applying this chin lock, or this reverse headlock, if you will. Disturbing expression. What's the intensity that Randy Orton possesses? The neck angle to like his neck is very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Not only does the brain get restricted, but your neck's just not.
Jadis, you're a nerd. Don't be calling me a nerd.
And believe me, he's exerting every ounce of strength that he has on pressure on the game's neck. To a lesser man than Triple H, this dominance would have a profound effect mentally. Physically, it's obvious it's having an effect. But the game he still has that heart and the will to be what he loves more than anything. WWE champion. That's what simply told him. Everyone else, 13 times in that 5 years. I love this in the game. They fight back no matter what. And Orton now is reeling. Orton's got a little plan B. Or maybe not. Plan B is just to land more punches than your opponent. Like no Orton was doing that. Got a little Harley race high knee for counter. That stopped Orton's onslaught. That was a mighty face buster. Orton spaghetti leg after that. Here we go. Could be the second pedigree in the match. Up the counter. Match has been off by counters. Yeah. Counter. Face first into the top turnbuckle. I love the count. The fight in the game.
The counter.
2. Tell you what, lesser men were voted or 10 right there by eating that top turnbuckle. The game came back, not only with a counter, but with a resounding counter. What a fight this is.
What a fight this is.
This is one of those fights that neither man can lose. Neither man can afford to lose this match. It's a match of 72,000 plus here in Houston. Have no idea the outcome because it's been that evenly contested. Oh, good guys. Could be a difference maker. That move right there could be a difference maker. What claims to reach the WWE Championship, the entire landscape will change. Next snapping back.
Right. It looks like Randy spit. Randy's like, screw this. 2. Say what? 1, 2. Kick out.
Let's not forget the rules. Not the hard point. But again, was just off by a count out. He loses the WWE Championship.
Boom.
I love that double A spine buster just when you need it. The game played that big part. A pair of aces.
Pair of aces.
And a canny champion measuring Orton. Go for the pedigree yet again. And Orton counters once again. Oh. That inverted backbreaker is a deadly maneuver by Randy Orton.
Deadly maneuver.
The upper body strength of the game really to the lesson his opportunity.
1, 2.
You got it. No. Oh man, that was 2 7/8. Game willing that right shoulder off the canvas with the WWE title on the line here tonight at the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania. The expression changed in Orton's face. Expression less. truly has an evil soul. He certainly has iniquitous eyes. And amazing instincts. Good grief. A 6'4",
6'4".
40-some pounder. Being able to counter that quickly. He counts to see if he caught Triple H right in the face. That's amazing athleticism. Rock Orton or not, and most do not. Cannot discredit his athletic abilities.
His athletic abilities. Boom. Oh, he caught him.
He knows that it's coming at some point in this match. And stared man to man into the face of Randy Orton. A man that has shown no respect
Man to man.
to his family, and more specifically his wife. You're trying to keep all the way. What about the strength of the game that just flipped?
He said he flipped him like an omelet. Troll. Orton Zabati. Don't do it. Don't do it.
The game had the opportunity to bash. Again, Orton with disaster here. Watch it. Evil intentions for Triple H.
Triple H.
The game is seething. His body is quivering in anger. The game gets Orton up on our announce table. Pedigree. Oh, wait a minute.
Boom.
Give me a moment, this match. It's not moving. And Orton is realized. Orton is essentially got to get back in the ring. And referee's got to
Essentially, he's got to get back in the ring. Anyone still here watching the pay-per-view with me? Or are you guys just watching me? He said, what is this crazy man thinking? DDT on the floor.
Has been brewing for 5 years inside Randy Orton to avenge the moment that defines his life.
He's still here. Team Forward still here. What's up, bro? I just wanted to make sure there really wasn't too much chat, and I just didn't know. Thank you guys all coming and hanging out. We're almost done here. We'll be out of here before 10 o'clock. It's like a normal pay-per-view. It feels good to get out before 10. I think I found the good time though to start it, guys. I think like 5:30 is a good time. So I'm gonna try to stick to that time as much as I can. 5:30 for these. At the latest. unless something crazy happens. Like the week of WrestleMania, guys, we got to watch WrestleMania 32. We'll be joined by my man Kicking It with Leo. We'll be joined by him. It is the Tuesday before WrestleMania. So we got to do that. And we still got NXT. So we're going to have to figure it out, guys. But we'll be having a doubleheader that day. Some way, shape, or form, figuring it out. If we got to watch WrestleMania 20, if we got to watch WrestleMania 32 with NXT, I mean, I'm all for it. We might just do that. Literally, I might just start it at 6, have 32 on one, and then I have NXT on the other. I bet you NXT ends before WrestleMania 32 ends. Literally, I think I just might do that. But we'll see, guys. Two, three. RKO! RKO!
Manipulating the referee, hitting the RKO, but who's going to count the ball? That's just evil.
He said that's just evil. That's just evil. Evil. Damn.
Remember Randy Orton utilizing that sledgehammer on the game on Monday Night Raw.
Oh, knee. That's right. He kneed him. That's right. That's right. Randy grabbed the sledgehammer. As he gets into the ring, Triple H comes out of nowhere with a knee to the head. Literally came out. Literally, that was like an RKO out of nowhere. That was a knee out of nowhere. Boom. Literally, Triple H came out of nowhere. And Randy Orton is knocked the hell out. Thunderous punt. With the sledgehammer. Scott Armstrong. He didn't see it.
It's amazing the resolve, the will, the courage of the game. He does the damage and gets rid of the weapon. That's the wherewithal. That's his right hand. They just want to torture it. Torture work for the Saints. Can the game ever get on to repent the sins that he's committed? I don't know the answer to that question.
Boom, boom. Scott Armstrong. You better stop, Hunter.
The emotion, the desire to play. Is it going to get the better of it after this journey he's taken us on here tonight? And maybe the answer to that.
Pedigree. And we got a 1. We got a 2. And we got a 3. And still your WWE champion, to end WrestleMania 25. The Game, Papa H himself, Triple H. And everybody, that is how we end WrestleMania 25 and how we end the week here on Tino's Time with another great retro watch along of another WrestleMania. Thank you to my man Marcus for coming here, hanging out with your boy Tino, watching most of the show besides the last two matches. Definitely feel like that Undertaker and Shawn should have been the main event. But it was fun to him telling us some stories about being at the show, some things we did and did not know. That was fun. Learned a lot. I will say this though. I thought this match wasn't as bad as I remember it. It's obviously not the best, but it's still not as bad as I thought it was. It definitely was better than I thought it was, but definitely still not the best. So I will say that about this. But guys, that was this week's Retros week of the WrestleManias. So now it's time. We're going to take a break from the Retro series. And now it's time to start another week here on Tino's Time. And I can't tell you because I don't want to spoil the whole schedule for you. But you guys already know where to find me tomorrow. So guys, tomorrow night, make sure you guys come and hang out as we go back to the year 2023. And we're going to watch the build to WrestleMania 39 in Hollywood. We got Brock Lesnar and Omos in the standoff. We got Bronson Reed taking on Elias. We got a 6-woman tag team match official. Kevin Owens, is he going to come after his partner? We got Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Edge inside the ring. Sami Zayn, Chelsea Green, and John Cena will be cooking everybody. I had to put that in there. The rest of the schedule will be coming out next week, or not next week. The rest of the schedule will be coming out tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you guys go and check out the whole schedule for Tino's Time tomorrow afternoon. But we'll be live here for our weekly shows. We got a baseball wrinkle it in there. We got more Retro Series. Next week on the Retro Series, guys, we'll be watching WrestleMania 26, 27, and 28. And Thursday night, guys, we'll be joined by my man, the Mr. Moderator here in the building. Mr. Chumblebee will be coming over, or he'll be joining us here on the live stream, and he'll be joining us to watch this whole WrestleMania in its entirety. The first WrestleMania that we're going to have him watch all of it of. He's been a guest on 2 of the episodes. He took over. He made a special guest for Gizmo. So thank you, Chumblebee, coming on for 26. But 27 and 28, unless we find any guest, we're going to be doing those alone. So Saturday and Sunday night, guys, we'll be back here 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time watching WrestleMania 27 and 28. Obviously, the one in Atlanta, and then once in a lifetime, the one me and Marcus were talking about. So, guys, it's going to be another great week here on Tino's Time. We're at 839 subscribers. Continue, guys, to go and like and hit that subscribe button. But if you don't know, make sure you go and follow us on all the social medias on SoundCloud and Spotify at Tino's Time Wrestling on Instagram, Facebook, and Tino's Time 1996 on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Make sure to go follow Marcus. Go check out the World Elite podcast. Go check them out. Go check out all of the stuff that they do. I'll make sure to put the link in below in the description. Make sure to hit that like button, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, as we are on the road to 1,000. Make sure you guys subscribe. We'll be doing another raffle. I got to mail out Justin's figure tomorrow. He picked a black and gold AJ Styles, in case anybody wants to know. But we'll be sharing it on the community page once he receives it. So thank you guys all here for another great week, joining the raffle, participating, and joining me on all the shows. Go enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. And until tomorrow night, when we come back here on Tino's Time and we watch Monday Night Raw and we get one day closer and one step closer to WrestleMania going Hollywood, everybody, this is your boy Tino signing out for this night. But we'll be back here, of course, for another great week tomorrow, starting from Monday Night Raw. So until then, guys, and until Monday Night Raw, I'll see you guys all then.